Welcome back,
Hello.
everyone, to night 32 of what we are now going to call the Crimson Moon Campaign, or the Crimson Moon Chronicles. Let us know which one that you all like more down in the comment
Comment
section
below.
below.
Yes.
So,
Or on the
A
side
vote.
if you're a
Nice.
mope, there's no voting.
that we saw our heroes, they were face to face with a beholder that had held them captive and were about to be absolutely destroyed until they decided to try and do some nice diplomacy measures with this creature of outlandish features. As they were doing so, they came up with the interesting way of handling this with the apples that they had gotten, that were forged with determination, and found that they still remembered that they transformed into different things, showing a new type of magic that this beholder had never really seen before. And they came up with a deal that the beholder would get some of these apples, and in return, they would all be returned back out into the Feywild safe and sound. And as they did, trying to show a bit of what this does, they summoned the instrument of a long lost friend of ours. And who was that friend, everybody?
Archibald.
Archibald.
Not Sonic Screwdriver, appeared right there. And as the beholder took it, it started to learn things because it wanted to see something that would show it information. And as it learned, it then decided to take the deal with our friends. And in doing so, the beholder took some of the apples and melded it into its form, utilizing the magic in a way that our friends had never seen before, transforming the figure of the beholder into a woman, into this new person that was in front of them. Her name was Tasha. Seeing that this woman was very powerful indeed, with not only the way that she was speaking, but the way that she was utilizing some of these magical objects, transforming Leon back from petrification state into his natural form and sewing up his chest cavity. Also, Risas transformed into this demonic imp that flew atop her shoulders and covered her almost like a shawl. We now have met someone that says that she needed to meet up with her sisters. And who did she say who they were?
No.
Ooh, that leaves a lot of things that our characters don't know. Now, our characters were thinking, is this a possible tie to the Hourglass Coven? Is it not? Who is this person? As she started sniffing something among our heroes that seemed familiar to her, our characters decided to try and get out as soon as possible. And she teleported them away out into the wilds. And as they were going around, they found all of these new ways to utilize the apples. And they came across something. Moxie had a bright idea to open some more portals. And in doing so, an infernal being from the third level of
That was the
Avernus
fourth.
itself. It was the fourth level.
This is fourth. Yeah.
Titivolus
Mm-hmm.
came out, wanting to possibly help her to find the individual that she was looking for. And a creature of the void, an emissary, came out and had messages from what seemed like Mosper at the time, telling
We're
everybody
sorry,
to run.
but the individual who you are trying to reach is no longer available.
2 answering machines. 1 infernal, 1 eldritch.
Correct. And what else did everybody do?
I
There were
yelled at Moxie to not use portals anymore without discussing it with us first.
no, I meant
repeatedly.
Apple
Yes,
related.
Kai. Kai did the ring.
And
Kai
we
did
got
the
the Necronomicon.
so Toll decided, or Kai decided to meld his apple into something that he had heard from tales involving Aeon, about a ring that Aeon was looking for. And in doing so, this ring came to him, an ebony ring that had these two, what looked like almost bright stars on each side, latched onto his finger, and he started hearing voices calling himself the great liar.
All
The
I knew
evil
was
one.
if Aeon wanted the ring, he shouldn't probably have it.
So after everybody thought, this is not a great idea, Kai decided to start chopping the finger that was on. And as it switched over to another one, this kept going until they started to summon their spirit guides to try and see what was going on with this and the situation that they were in. Um, as they rounded the corner after discussing these different things, Moxie, after being saddened by what she was told by these void entities, ran into something that was a massive dragon that curled its body in such a way that it seemed as if there was a large cliffside over and around them. And it turned out that it was a moon dragon. This moon dragon was very lonely, hadn't had any friends, and it seemed like, according to it, it was on its deathbed. It showed them a few things about themselves, trying to get Miknik to learn something about himself, breaking off a piece of his horn and giving it to him as a gift. The moon dragon asked them to stay by his young that were underneath his chest at the time. When the moon rose, these eggs would hatch. And he said that he wanted them to find a safe haven for these dragon eggs, or to at least point them in the right direction. What will our characters do? But that was not all that happened. Something very dark did happen. Morgul decided to use his apple in speaking with all of the spirit guides, summoned the Necronomicon, the book that is tied to the reason that not only Morgul is alive, but Civic is dead or misplaced.
Dead.
Where is he? Their spirit guides thought that they might be able to assist Morgul in what Morgul wanted to do, which is to try and locate where Civic is, because in his mind he remembers seeing a vision of Civic in a particular place, and they helped in
Boy, did
trying to
they.
find that specific place. All of our heroes were scattered to different points, trying to keep at bay what was trying to come forth from the Necronomicon, and in doing so, after a shadowy, large entity with yellow glowing eyes was seen off in the distance as Kai looked at it, trying to get everybody to hurry, as Moxie was sitting there trying to keep this portal from opening, these runes on the ground, as Leon was sitting there trying to just protect everybody with this bubble of protection. Everybody was focused on their own tasks. And he figured it out. They saw where this place was. And what was that place, my fair adventurers?
Flesh
The Isle
Island.
of Flesh.
God, that tone. Ugh.
With all of these
Mm.
new tidbits of information, and with baby dragons, that they heard some cracks before we left our campaign. These baby dragons are hatching. What will
Oh,
happen
what do we do?
with our heroes tonight? Let's find out on another adventure of the Crimson Moon
Goals.
Campaign Chronicles.
One little detail that you kind of glossed over there that I'd like to touch on. Just Cthulhu Fatagan. Okay, we can move on now. Just wanted to remind people that happened.
Look, if they want to know all the deets, they can actually click the link right here. If you all have missed out on anything, if you don't know what that means, go ahead, just click on the link right there. Tons of
You
great,
got some homework.
If you want to
tons
find
of
out what you
great
missed, tune
things.
in for our latest episodes. Same bad night,
So,
same bad channel.
as you all are sitting there amongst the uh, chaos of what just happened and the silence of the night, you begin to hear coming from underneath the statuesque body of our deceased dragon friend.
I think they're hatching.
Yep.
They're hatching! I've never seen a dragon hatch before.
It's a one in a lifetime thing, especially if these are moon dragon eggs.
Witnessing any hatching is a once in a lifetime thing. Surprisingly common, rarely seen.
Moxie,
Hmm?
your book begins to burn.
Oh no!
Like with fire or heat?
Heat.
Hmm.
It begins
Oh,
to feel
boy.
hot.
Wonder what they want now. Come on, let's see what's going on.
As you open the book, you see that the page has what looks like a glint of flames roll across it. As you see, hello, just wanting to check in.
Things are going okay.
I'd say close it.
Well, at the
Hmm.
moment, she's not remembering which one are you? There's like 8 different people that talk through this.
New phone, new book. Who dis?
New book, dude.
I think I know.
This book
It's-
is a conduit for many things, my child, it says.
I know
What's your
that's
name?
not Razzie. Far too formal.
Mm-hmm.
Please, dearie, let me see what you all are seeing.
Deary? Who called us Deary?
Nobody.
Nope. .avi.
I immediately just and it slides across the ground, and I'm just like, I feel violated. I feel violated, and it's not even a good thing.
Hmm.
Like, it's not even the good kind of violated. It's just,
As the book is thrown on the ground, you all feel a familiar presence that comes over your eyes.
oh no.
Are you serious?
Uh,
I don't want to
As
miss
the
this.
darkness comes over and the flames of hell go throughout, sitting atop the throne of that claw-fingered hand. Hello there, everyone. I believe that I do smell something that is exactly what I was looking for a little while ago.
Over the
Yeah.
table. We didn't make that deal, right?
You
No, we
didn't
did
make
not.
any kind
No.
of deal.
I said over the
Remind me
table.
what you were asking for again.
Moon
offering-
dragon egg.
Yeah, but for what?
Giving
Didn't
us what we
say.
lost.
Let me explain. The reason that I want such an interesting thing from you all is very quite simple. As he teleports right behind you all, and he has 7 arms that outstretch from him in different ways as he says, wine.
No, thank you.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Leon is still holding his book from where he was drawing the eggs and everything else, and is just
she's still
shaking his
trying to
head at this.
recover from the Necronomicon. She's just.
I mean,
Tough crowd.
Gorgala's literally still glowing from that shit.
Tough crowd.
Maybe skip the pleasantries and get to the point.
Not even
We just-
moonshine. This is really
We
just
have some, thanks.
as it erupts into flames. Let me get straight to the point then. As he goes back onto the throne. A long time ago, I asked your friends to do such a task for me, and they happily obliged. But it wasn't a moon dragon egg. It was something different. I've come to learn that I can glean a very nice bit of information that I think would help you. But I need a moon dragon in order to do it. You want information on a particular thing. Maybe you've forgotten, as he blows smoke out into the middle of the room as it shows the semi-formed version of Sharlock.
Yes, maybe we have forgotten. It has been a particularly trying week.
Now,
Oh,
I have gained quite a bit of helpful information
What even
as to
is
where
a
I
week
can
anymore?
get a nice little tasty taste of gossip. But I need a moon dragon to do it.
Why?
I think I may be on to exactly why that Sharlock is doing what he's doing.
Right, but why do you need a moon dragon? Do you need to
Yeah.
sacrifice it? Do you need to boil it, eat it? Does it need to have a psychic connection for you? In what way do you need this thing?
This moon dragon will not be sacrificed. It will be given as a gift to a
To?
friend.
Yes, see, I know I don't speak for everyone, but I'm inclined to say flat out no, without any consideration, because we've already been sworn to protect, deliver them to a place of safety.
Not to mention, I would much rather have them live their own lives rather than at birth be wished away to a controlling force, whatever that force may be.
These are living, intelligent beings. They should be allowed to make their own path.
Your loyalty to something that you didn't even make a contract with is intriguing to me.
What's a contract? My loyalty is to life.
Likewise.
It's far more sacred than any contract you could conjure.
I doubt it. The information that I can get would be invaluable to you at this point.
Oh, I have no doubt. I just doubt your motives, and your actions, and your
In what
really
form have I
intent.
given you any kind of doubt to place upon me?
The fact that you don't tell us anything.
Yeah, the sheer lack of forthcoming of information that would actually help us make a moral decision or have any inkling of an idea of a moral compass on which you stand.
We helped take care of that old fat frog together, did we not?
Yes,
And
but right now
you-
you are sounding like a salesman from the deepest, darkest of alleyways in Iron Falls, and I don't really want to deal with that.
And what exactly did you want from us for that deal that you helped with? Remind me. What did we give?
Be honest, just him. He just took him. He just
No,
wanted him.
Morgal. Remember what I gave.
Yeah, that's true.
You
I've
wanted
given up-
information. You wanted a secret. You did us a favor for information. Now you want us to do you a favor. It's a two-way street. I can understand that. But you're asking us to use lives as currency.
That's what I deal in.
And
That's what
I
they
can't.
all deal in.
And in
It's
this case,
something
I
we've
can't
already
abide.
unfortunately participated in.
Fine. When I learn this information, I might keep it on hand. And if you want it, seek me out, baby.
Okay.
Ta-ta. As he... And you hear the
I
cracking
really
of
don't
the
like
egg.
that guy.
Not the worst fellow I've met.
Soured the mood.
Elenon, are you strong enough to see this?
You hear her say, "What?
Baby dragon's hatching. Do you want to see?
That's nice. I've always wanted one of those."
Just prop up the book.
I go prop the book up so that she would be
You
able
see the
to
book flop down.
I'll just pick up and hold the book at this
You
point.
hear her say, "Ow."
Yeah, you're out of it. I can tell.
Mhm.
We all got traumatized by that last bit of
As you
bullshittery.
see a piece of the eggshell fall on the ground on the first egg to the left.
Oh, little guy.
You hear the cracks on the other two eggs. As the one on the
Domino.
right, a piece falls off, and you all hear,
Hello there. What are you doing?
how close are you all to the eggs right now?
Orgal's
Well-
a little distanced.
I'd say I'm probably about 5 feet away from one.
Guessing.
Moxie's willing to sit right next to the nest. She doesn't care.
Moxie, last I knew, was in the nest hugging an egg.
Yeah, I'm close to Micknick on this one.
Well,
It's
she
case
got
if he
kind of
doesn't want to
forced
get in their
into doing
way.
that,
The
but
main
she's not
reason
complaining.
I'd be
Orgal's
nearby
away
with a
is-
paternal effect.
is kind of because of the scarring. He doesn't want that to be the first thing they fucking see.
Well, they're
Micknick
about to
is
see a thing with
also-
gray skin and horns and a tail, so
Micknick
I mean,
is
they have
also
horns
slightly
and a tail.
prepared for healing in case something goes wrong with their hatching.
You all see that there's a leathery interior to this egg, as one of the crescent-shaped horns that is so tiny comes out, and you see it using it to peel away the rest of the
egg
top
tooth.
of the eggshell.
It's an egg
Aw.
tooth.
As you see it, as you see this orange embryonic fluid start coming out of the egg, you see the one on the left, you see a small moon dragon hatchling with these tiny crescent-shaped horns that are coming off of the front of its nozzle as it starts shaking off some of that fluid on it, as it grabs a hold of the eggshell and starts, as its wings get kind of stuck on the inside.
Can I get an
As
idea
it-
of scale for these guys?
They
Just
are
tips
about
over.
the size of a labradoodle.
So these are big.
I have never
Yes.
seen a labradoodle. That's
They're-
not a great frame of reference for me. But
A black lab.
okay.
Oh Lord.
Yes, that's why I was
These are
standing
they-
back.
massive.
Why do you think I was standing back about
You see
5
the
feet?
egg
I wanted to
as it-
watch, but I didn't want to get crushed.
Scaly puppies.
I hate scaly puppies.
The eyes are still closed as the other eggs start doing the same thing as the
Moxie's
three
going
eggs
to get out of the nest before they
kind of-
mistake her for food.
topple over, as you see the eggshell widen as it splits open, and you see the wings kind of just flopping around as they don't know what to really do with them, as they tuck it behind
Aw.
them.
Hello, little ones.
Hey there, little guys.
Hi.
Hello.
You see their tiny little claws go over their eyes and wipe away some of the fluid as they start brushing against their crescent horn, and you see a few little eggshells fall off as they open their eyes, and you can see the teal and ever so slight lavender colors of their eyes start to shine and glisten in the moonlight as you see their scales once the moonlight hits them as they get off of the outside of the egg. You see their scales start to glitter and glisten and glow, almost like the mushrooms from your hometown, Leon, as they
Hello, little ones. What
They're
are we
quite
going to
cute.
do with you?
Oh dear.
Hmm.
We are now we now are in charge of 3 newborns.
So-
Yeah.
What do we
Food.
call these 3?
They're going to need food.
They're
Yeah.
going
Maybe
to
not
need
immediately.
things.
they
Most
all three
things are.
start.
I was going to say most things are fine without food for a day or two after hatching, but
I tried Draconic. Are you hungry? What do you
Aw.
want?
Dad.
who are they looking at when they say that?
They're
Not that
looking
I
around.
understand, but
They're
looking
for
for Dad.
him. I pat the stone. This is Dada.
The 3 of them, almost in unison, all look up as they stand on their hind legs ever so slightly, and they put their tiny little arms around the statue at the same
Aw.
time as they start nuzzling their heads up against it. As you see the statue glow for a moment, and you see this dust come off of them. They fall down to the ground as they look back at you all.
He asked us to watch you and make sure that you were safe.
his name was Lotharden. Lotharden. Did I say that right?
Hard on. Yep.
Low. Hungry.
What do you want? Meat or
Meat?
fruit?
They are all 3. You see their heads kind of over in the general direction of Mick, Nick, and Leon.
Quick
As
question.
you see their tails start flopping back and forth like a cat.
Right. Well, I can take care
Nope.
of this.
No.
Uh-oh.
Not food.
Question. Does Leon know anything about dragon diets, etc.?
That's a
I'm just-
great question.
Putting my staff in front of their vision, blocking it like, no.
Little ones, we will get you meat. These are some of your caretakers.
For the
The
love
3
of
people
God,
that
don't
I
throw
think
an
would
apple.
probably know, actually the 2 people that I think would know most about the dietary things of a dragon would probably be Leon, since he's read so much about a lot of different creatures, and more
And lived with the dragon for a while.
Dragons are his favorite enemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could probably see what I
I
can
mean,
figure out on the other ones.
Moxie is
Morgul-
also the only one who speaks the. Is Moxie the only one who speaks Draconic?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't know if they've figured out telepathy yet, or if that's an innate thing.
This is all coming through telepathically. The only thing that actually comes out of their mouths are that.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's actually pretty cool.
So, Morgul, do you happen to know what they would want to eat besides me or?
Let's see if God says I do.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
Would that?
Very few, in my experience, I've heard of very few that are not carnivorous.
Hold on.
So
It's hard to tell
I
with
mean,
some
I
dragons.
could cast more create food and water.
Let's see.
I don't have any pots and pans.
that's not gonna matter.
Oh, I
I
know.
You
mean,
can
I'm
just
just
go on the
joking.
ground.
Fair
She's
shake,
got a
they're
point there.
carnivores. The only question is whether they can chew their own food at this point.
Or
Man,
let
take
alone
John
digest
Smile
large
checks.
chunks.
I mean, I look at the little ones' teeth. Do you have
Okay.
them?
It mostly depends,
They have
Justin,
little
on.
Nubbins.
small, little
Milk teeth.
thingies.
Okay, so it's got to be small chunks of meat.
I was also gonna ask Justin, if I'm trying to determine that though, would that be an Arcana check since they're draconic?
Okay.
Okay, so yay for advantage on that, because my Arcana
Okay, I just got
knowledge
a
still
nat 20
sucks.
Arcana myself.
I shall do my own Arcana here in a second as well.
That's
Yeah,
21
that's gonna be better
total.
than me, Chief. Got a fucking 2 and a 3.
Oh,
On Arcana, that's a 24.
Damn.
So, what do myself and Moxie happen to know?
I got a natural 20
of
with
Moondragon diets.
Yeah.
And Leon as
Um,
well, who also got a nat 20.
I mean, not a
Yeah.
whole lot of people know anything about moon dragons, but
Oh,
what
I'm
you
just-
start to look at, what you don't really know, you start to glean from looking around Lotharden's nest that he
Yeah.
had. You start to see the remains of just small animals that are kind of around, different types of sheep.
I guess that makes
A
sense.
couple of trolls that are very dead and picked apart.
Morgal, Kai, I don't
Yeah.
suppose you guys would want to go hunting, would you? Some
Well,
traditional, run-of-the-mill.
I'm not sure what you expect me to catch.
take my mind off of things a bit,
You're
yeah.
fast enough to catch a rabbit.
Yeah, fair.
In the meantime,
You see
to
Rorthal
tide
kind
them
of
over
Start
before
shaking as his tail starts wagging.
Oh, right.
What do you say, Rory? Ready for a hunt?
Meanwhile,
I dare
as they
say,
do so, I'm going to
it's
cast create
about
food and water.
damn time.
Leon is going to be trying to keep the attention of the small baby dragons while Mick is working on the food, so he doesn't
Maybe
get
we'll-
Their
ambushed.
attention is had.
They
You have
want
Oh,
to.
I know. I'm just saying it's not on Mick as he's about to be
wonder-
tackled.
I wonder
Pretty
if
sure they
dancing
wanna eat you.
lights-
Well,
I wonder if dancing
thankfully,
lights work like a laser pointer.
You say that in character.
I mean, I don't know what a
create
laser
food
pointer
and water is
Well, no, but
instantaneous.
do you suppose? You know that is a
Keeping-
thing.
Hmm. You have a point.
Cameras are
Dancing
jumping
lights.
around. What is happening?
Well, it's
Hmm.
more so, Miknik has a point. He could probably create food and water.
I just did.
Okay, there.
That'll
mean,
tide
he
him
said that
over
like
while
10
you
minutes
guys
ago.
hunt.
What did
Anyway.
you create? What does that create?
Food and water?
45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten in 24 hours.
I mean, they are babies, so.
They're gonna go through that quick, though.
I
They start looking at the food
create
presented
it
in front of them.
between myself and them.
Leon will go and pick up some and gesture to eat some. It's good. See?
They
Does Leon
Almost
need
like
to do a
little
bluff
cats.
on that?
It's literally
Yes.
like trying to tame strays.
He does? Oh no.
Yes.
Leon, roll.
I
What
don't
do I need
think.
to roll?
I don't think I'm
Bluff.
going anywhere till I know that the small ones won't get eaten.
Does no one
You
trust
gotta
my
bluff that
capability with
it's
children?
good.
So that's 14 on dice, and I have deception as +7, so that is 21. Yeah, 21.
You've got a really good charisma. Damn. Alright, well, he passes that in spades. Presumably.
Hopefully.
On
These are
second
dragons.
thought, Rory, maybe you should accompany Morgal and I stay here and make sure no one gets any bright ideas about who to eat.
How the fuck? Okay.
I convinced him.
Well, they all rolled very poorly. So
They're
yeah.
baby.
Exactly. Chase is
Even at
right.
babies, they have some pretty interesting things. But
Yeah.
They're
they
very intelligent, but
They
they
got some stats.
they look at you all as they kind of shake their heads and look down at the food as they look at each other and they
don't
look
believe
down at the
us.
food. And you see one of them go over as they start nudging it with their nose as they grab onto it and almost like a pelican swallow the entire thing down.
I gotta grow.
As they look at each other and look back, and you just see wings unfurl as they latch on to and start devouring the food very quickly.
Very
As
well.
one of them, the middle one, starts going for the water as they start nudging each other out of the way and going in for the water some more.
you see Leon's just kind of backs away slowly on that one.
Over the table, honey,
Yes.
I want to call one of them Baron.
Why?
Wait, no. Rogan?
Brogan.
Yeah.
Brogan was the name of a dog we were going to keep at one point, but we couldn't.
Anyways.
I'm partial to the names we were discussing before. Where
Yeah.
was this when we were talking about names? Morgul. Or Micnic.
I was like, I have nothing to say on that.
I'm
I
bad
got
with names. You know
inspired
this.
watching them eat.
See,
What do you
well,
think,
Devouring the
Moxley?
food very quickly.
Can you guys get some fresh stuff?
Working
I
on
don't know
it.
how long this is gonna work.
I'm thinking fish.
Survival checks.
Yes. Rorithal looks at
Where was that?
Guy as he says, "Fish.
Just based on the way they eat.
24.
You do know that
Yeah,
I
just-
can do more than fish, right?"
Bring
I'm
back
just
some
saying what I
bunnies.
think they
Just
would
don't
like. Let's
let
get
Moxie
whatever we
see.
can get.
24
I
to just
think
try to
that
track
they might
something
like
down.
that over there.
What's
As
he
you
looking
see a deer start going through the woods.
Go for it.
And-
Excuse me.
boy.
You're not intelligent, are you?
Everything
here
talks
in the
here.
Feywild is intelligent.
that
problem.
was one of the fish, wasn't it?
No,
Oh,
that was the deer.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
That
that would have
I
been
didn't
funny.
like his snarky attitude. Do you
Nick just
dare me to
starts
go for it?
there.
I bet you can't outrun my wolf friend.
Oh,
You know what? I'm just
God.
gonna watch this.
Oh,
Master.
no.
Is that
Go for
you
it.
telling me that I may go?
Go for it.
it.
You see a look on Rorithal that you all haven't seen since fighting, really. The way that he tries to protect you all. As you see his eyes almost go cold for a moment,
Nick
and you
doesn't
see
see.
him bare his large fangs.
Nick
As
doesn't
you
see.
see that
Mm-mm.
Rorithal, does anybody
does
remember
Leon.
what his armor has?
Sure, yeah. The blade.
It's got a bit
Chink.
of a hook.
The mohawk,
Hey, remember, he's not Roman anymore. He's more foresty Roman.
as he
Just remember, we
This
need
starts-
some of that for them.
as you see the deer go, oh, I need to make rolls.
That poor bastard.
Oh,
That poor
Oh,
bastard.
no.
Andy.
Oh,
Does it trip?
to show you
no.
all what just happened for the poor deer.
Oh,
no.
no. The deer's ankles have broken.
Ooh,
Tell me that wasn't a nat 20.
for
No,
no,
let it
that's
die.
Close
a
enough.
16 plus his plus that bonus plus 7 to his hunting bonus.
Well,
He hasn't really
Rest
been
in
using it
peace,
that
dear.
much, so he can't necessarily level that up.
Your
That's
sacrifice
fine.
was not in vain.
did not know that that was a thing.
Now you do.
Now I do.
Yes.
You see Rorthal as he leaps into the air about 6 feet, as he tackles the deer to the ground, as his claws puncture into the side, and you see him take his thorn wrapped blade that has turned more into this thorn blade that I don't know how to describe it. It's in my head.
Helmet spike.
It looks like a giant spike blade, basically.
I
that
kind of
actually
imagine
has, instead of vines that are going over it, they're actually woven into the metal.
Just almost imagining this as like some fucking metal thorn drill thing coming out of his head.
As you see him right into the carotid artery
Oof.
of this deer, as you hear the deer. Oh, this sucks.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Your sacrifice
Sorry.
was not in vain.
While everyone is
Rorthal-
watching.
Rorthal
everyone,
grabs with his jowls as you see him dragging this deer back over.
I'm
As
gonna
he-
jog on over and be like, "Want some help with that?"
I think I've got it, but if you want to get the legs,
Yeah.
sure.
By
Those
all
legs
means.
were a little draggy. As he brings it over, and the two of them flop it down in front of the dragons.
All right.
The dragons look around as you see their eyes widen.
Stand back, guys. Stand back.
They all
Maybe
three of
we
their
should
heads
pour it out.
and their jaws just latch on to this deer as you see it ripping and tearing into the flesh. As you
Leon's
see
just-
them elated. As they start to look up with blood dripping down their faces, they look up and almost with a little dragon smile look at you all as their tails are going.
Aw, how adorable. They
Leon
see
is
us
just
as
writing in
providers
the book.
instead of food now. Rory, I hope you didn't want any of that.
I did, but that's disappointing. It
Well,
has
you got a
been
good taste.
tainted.
Just try not to
Give
eat
him
the
some
antlers,
jerky.
guys.
Why are you wanting the antlers now?
No, I'm
Hi.
just telling them not to eat the antlers. I don't want to have to think about what their digestive system's gonna go through if they eat those.
If they're anything like certain pets I've had, they'll just chew on them for a while.
Oh,
They
boy.
are good chew toys.
Actually-
You actually see one of them as it grabs a hold of the antlers and it snaps the neck to one side as they get to the other side of the meat.
They
Alright,
are
Rory.
babies. They will
You want to
lose
go get another
teeth.
one?
Can someone write down something for me? I can't tell if I'm writing things correctly in this book anymore.
Sure.
I'll take notes for you.
Or, yeah, she
Or,
probably
no.
care.
Either
You-
way,
you've-
just write down that these things really prefer small prey to deer-sized prey and not to get in the middle of the feeding of small moon dragons, etc.
I mean, that
You
really
all,
should be
after
common
the meal
sense.
is
Yes, but
Uh,
we don't have a exact book.
as the meal is being consumed, you all are alone right now.
I will unmake the granny flute that I made, knowing that I no longer need it. And I'm going
Hi.
to see if I can put it to a different purpose.
Yes?
Go ahead and reward Rory.
Oh, yes. Here you go.
Thank you.
Actually, no, I don't have that. I can't do that. Never mind. I was going to give you a steak, but I no longer have an apple. Well, I kind of do.
I toss him an apple.
Oh. All right. What's your favorite cut,
Dropping
Rory?
that down to 20.
No, here's an idea. Here's an idea before you do that, Kai.
Yeah.
Give him just a whole cow. Give him something to chase and tear to pieces. He deserves it.
Rory, what's your sport?
Yeah. Well, I always fancied myself trying to be a great hunter amongst my pack. I was never really given much of an opportunity because I wasn't as large as some of the other wolves.
Fox, rabbit, cow.
Prey of choice.
Prey of choice.
Yes, you want to chase?
I do.
So what's your sport?
I did rather like the idea of a cow.
All right.
This poor cow's going to gain sentience long enough to go and say,
There's-
"What the hell?"
I hope it's
Actually,
a cow.
hang on. I need to roll something.
I hope it's a cow from the normal, whatever the fucking plane is we came from.
Oh God.
Material plane.
The most
Oh,
recent
I
cows
actually
I've
had to-
seen, the most
I had
recent
to
cows
roll.
I've seen would have come from the guys.
Oh.
That would have been the image that I. If I had an image, it would be that.
Oh no.
It would be
The
a
cows
cow.
from the what?
The guy with the corn who made all the armor for everyone.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
true.
not for that
The
poor
one cow
farmer.
he had left.
Oh no, no.
I actually have to roll on a couple of different tables. Give me a moment.
Well,
I mean-
shit.
I'm not specifying. I'm just saying that that's the last cow that I
Yep.
would have physically seen.
Yep.
So
But you're not asking for that specific cow.
you're
But
right.
these were also forged with determination.
hmm
Oh no, he's
Meaning-
gonna summon a minotaur. No, I'm kidding.
God.
Hey, don't suggest
Don't.
anything.
No, it'd probably just be a wild bull from.
Well, God forbid.
No,
be a
it didn't
Spanish
turn
white
out nearly as cool as I wanted. So,
Oh,
a cow shows up as it. Oh, well, hey there.
Hello.
Oh, jeez,
Nick
you
just-
know,
Feel it immediately.
man, wow, I was just going to town on that cud. What is this place?
Hello.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Oh
I look
my
away.
God.
I look away.
Rory. Have fun.
This place is amazing. Hey, I remember you guys. How
Uh-oh.
you
He runs.
doing?
Foxy
As
runs.
you see Rory.
He's like, no.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Oh God! What are you doing? Come on, man! Hey!
shit,
Jeez,
oh
I
man!
thought we were
Oh
friends. Oh, he
gosh!
did not roll well. Oh God! Poor guy.
Oh no!
He rolled a
Poor
4.
thing's
and
gonna
he does
Oh,
not get
suffer.
any bonuses.
He's a cow. I would hope not.
Oh no!
Did Rory just crit on him?
Rory hungry. Rory hungry.
Meat explosion.
Oh, mercy.
You all see the cow as he's. Oh God! Hey, you know, I just wanted to tell you that you guys were really nice. You're so neat. You're fast. As you see Rory
Minnesotan
behind.
cow.
grabs the top of the cow as you see the cow trying to buck him off, and he takes that horn that he has and rams it into the side of the cow's face.
Lord.
The cow falls down to the ground as it. Oh God! What are you doing?
Rory, can
Rory.
you make it stop talking?
Goes right over. Yes, master.
Thank you.
It was Minnesotan.
Obviously, it's
That was a Minnesotan
I'm gonna
cow.
go take a long drink.
Obviously, it's a
Well, that was
Holstein.
rather nice. As you see him. He has the cow in his mouth as he's.
Trying to drag it.
Do you need some help?
Morgul, you may need to help him this time.
Fine.
Large fellow,
Yeah, I'm coming.
thank you.
Morgul just helps.
I
him.
may have underestimated how heavy this was.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
you
let's
know.
just hope the
Yeah.
dragons.
I will
the
say
babies don't
that
see
it is missing a chunk of itself, so it's a little bit lighter.
Maybe next time a fox?
That
Might
might
not
be a better idea. I don't think I was this hungry. I think it was rather much more of the sport of it, since you put
Mhm.
it that way. I don't think I'd be able to eat all of this in one go, Master.
Yeah, we could
but-
probably.
Good news is I don't
On the
think
plus
the
side,
dragon
our
babies
new-
are full.
our new children have dessert.
Oh,
Speaking of, Moxie, what do you think? All boys, all girls, 2 boys and a girl,
I'm not too sure
3
myself.
girls and a boy? Wait, no, I misspoke. I don't know.
Alright.
You good?
Momentary interlude from my mother. It's okay.
Oh,
Everything's fine.
so did you hear
did.
anything that I just said to you directly?
No.
So what do you think?
Uh,
What do you think? 2 girls and a boy? 2 boys and a girl? All girls, all boys?
God, I hope not all girls. Girls are such a pain.
As you all see Morgul, as you all are talking about this, you see Morgul hoisting cow over his shoulder. As you see Rory on top of the cow, and you see his head come up in absolute joy and absolute elation. As you see blood dripping off of him, and he says, "This is rather good. This is actually much better than that jerky. Sometimes I might say."
Well, it's the same
As you-
type of meat. This is just untreated.
Mm-hmm.
I
This
don't
is
know what
fresh.
treated means, but I will say. Never mind. I'm going back in for a second bite.
Do you know what rotten means?
I've heard you call me that 3 different times. I don't know if it's meant in the same manner.
He is kind of spoiled rotten.
A little.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, Moxie has gone and hidden, and
You all
you
see-
might notice some of her outer clothing is on the ground. You have no idea why.
Okay.
At least her shirts, like some of her layers
Ah.
of her shirts, are on the ground.
As
Okay.
Morgul starts to flop the cow down onto the ground, Rorthal jumps off. But as he starts to flop it down on the ground, you just see almost like a wind.
Oh no!
The cow gets cut in half. As
Shink.
Hungry babies.
you see Barnabas.
Oh no!
My.
Hungry babies.
They haven't
Yeah,
had fresh meat
Barnabas,
in a
you
while,
haven't had
have they?
anything in a while, yeah.
You see, remember the blade wings that he had?
Yeah.
The blade attachments? You see him tuck those back as he grabs a hold of, and he tries to start bringing it away from everybody for a moment. As he says, "I'm sorry, I don't want any of y'all to see. I'm kind of a messy eater."
Look around. We'll manage.
You're in good company.
You all are alone. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Poor girl's like, let them deal with that. I need a
I'm going
drink."
to have to. I'm gonna have to wait until he comes back to tell him what it is I'm doing. But I'll go ahead and elucidate for y'all.
Mhm.
Moxie's about to trade in that flute for a pair of real, legit wings.
Oh.
She's going to try and use it to transform and give herself real wings.
So,
Oh shoot.
from what?
One of the apples
Mm.
that she has.
Sourced?
What type of wings?
That's going to very seriously depend. Because if they're going
Equal
to match
exchange.
her, I understand that, but also
Equivalent.
it's going to be a very interesting and messy affair, probably. Because the first thing she thinks of is dragon wings, but
Uh-oh.
if she wants them to match her, they're going to have to be black wings. And they're going to have to be scaled down. She can't have full
I mean,
adult
obviously.
dragon wings. She can't.
Night Fury!
You're never gonna fit through doors again if you get that.
No, but that is going to be her new nickname once she gets these wings. She's going to be Calamax the Night Fury.
Maybe try pulling them from a gargoyle. They're about the right size.
But they also have stone skin.
Depending on
That'd
the
be very
gargoyle.
heavy. Either way, they're going to be heavy as all get out, and you're
Mhm.
probably going to be off balance for quite a while.
Learning to deal
I
with them.
mean,
Unless
you
they
can will
function-
yourself to have whatever you want, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have the knowledge and instincts to use them effectively.
No, I'm going to have to learn to do that. But
Yep.
something she doesn't remember is that her closest friend as a child was a half dragon
Okay,
who
so
I
if one of
believe
them
had
is a
wings.
boy, I think Lothar is a good
I
name.
agree with Lothar.
Named
Mm,
named for the parent.
Yes.
I
fine.
mean, yeah.
I have
It's
thoughts
the
of the
only
other
boy.
names, but that's the only one that I'm really stuck on.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. Agree.
I'm stuck with Solari for one of the girls because getting to call one of them my little Sunfire sounds very cute. Just a thing.
Hmm.
A moon dragon. Sunfire.
You realize moonlight is just reflected sunlight, right?
Yes,
Yes.
but that's also counter thematic.
Yeah, a little.
Is that
It's
a word?
ironic.
I
Welcome back.
return. Damn it! I forgot my vape. God damn it!
Goodbye. Hello,
I'm
goodbye.
still
Goodbye.
I do
here.
not like your hat.
Hello,
Goodbye.
hello. I don't have time to say goodbye. I say hello.
Well,
I heard somebody saying that they wanted to tell me something. What was it?
Yes, because Moxie undoes the flute, the green flute, and she then refocuses on the irony and the sarcasm of, well, I'm in a world of make believe. What's wrong with wishing for a pair of wings? So, because she didn't want it ripping through her clothing, she's moved out of view and she's going to attempt to use the dragon to transform herself to have wings.
Apple.
Yep.
We've seen it used in a transformative manner before. I can
It
see
is
the logical
entirely physically
connection.
without becoming a dragon herself. She does not want to become a dragon, she simply wants wings.
The apple rejects that.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's strange. It's never done that before.
I'm kind of curious what it sounds like when it rejects something. If it
Mm.
just normally just kind of does its thing.
I'm picturing the Price is Right noise.
I mean, she tries thinking of wings similar to, but not exactly like Aeon's, or wings that she's seen on other devils.
Uh-oh.
So,
Trying to think of something that looks like that,
since
but it's not
since you
exact.
haven't explained this to the party, I can't say this in character, but I can say Kai's got a lovely new mechanical finger.
Um, well, clearly draconic wings are not going to be a thing. It rejects the idea of draconic wings, so she thought, well, I've seen plenty of devils that have wings.
No,
She's not thinking of any ones in particular.
what I'm meaning is maybe look for a device instead of a physical.
Attribute.
Yeah,
Well, her brain thinks
like
organically. I can't help that. Her first instinct is not to look at tech. It's a thing. She could also be thinking of bat wings.
I need you to roll a d20, and based on even or odd is what the outcome will be.
You want the even.
flip a
That's
coin.
that's a lucky number 7.
As the apple
I am terrified. I am having problems breathing.
wraps onto your back as you feel your skin being ripped off, and you feel your bones in your back starting to snap and contort. You fall to the ground as you feel, you see the apple, the red of it start to curl upward in the form of wings as they unfurl.
The apple was green, but okay.
That's
Yeah,
concerning.
it's red now.
No, that was just the apple. Because when the apple wraps around things as it's transforming, the skin of the apple peels off to reveal what's underneath it. So the apple has not revealed the
Things.
color yet. As it sloughs to the ground, as you see almost a tan wing color. Somewhat skinny wings. They don't necessarily look like they would be able to do much for flight. But they are there. Kind of withered and torn a little bit.
God, I wonder whose wings these ended up being.
As you all see on the ground a seal appear as you see
What's that?
flames rise up from it.
Dear, what have I done?
And through the flames, you see the visage of Titivolus.
Boy.
Oh no, I stole his wings, didn't I? Shit. Ow.
We're just gonna have all
Fire.
the 9 hells coming for us in this.
It's the same guy.
Dimension.
It's the
Yes,
same
it
guy
is.
from fourth layer.
It's the same guy, but we've also got demons that were accidentally summoned by Kai. Oh my god.
We don't know
This
that for certain.
is a message to whoever just used some kind of magic to take something precious of mine, namely my wings. I have a great many things here in the 9 hells that I must do, and being able to get around is something that I prefer greatly. You will return them to me immediately, or suffer the consequences. That is all. As the flame lowers.
As soon as the last flame flickers away, Kai marches over to Moxie, bonks her on the head with his staff, and says, "Stop doing that!
I mean,
Talk to us!"
She just draws her blade and just stares it. She just levels it at him, and she's like, "My personal business is my personal business."
Is it
This
so
has
hard to
be
talk to the
personal."
rest of the people in your party before doing something that could put us in mortal peril? Every
It's
time!
also-
Portal
Yes.
after portal, and now you're stolen a demon's wings? Do you not think before acting, woman?
I did think very, very hard because the first thing I tried to do didn't work. It's also worth mentioning over a table, a lot of her upper body has nothing on it. So
I
you
much would have
And-
rather you had
Think
rolled
about
an
that.
even.
I know.
I said you wanted the even.
I did.
Look,
I tried.
This lecture from Kai has been a long time coming. He doesn't particularly care about modesty at the moment. He is
No, and
pissed
she's
that you
just-
keep putting us in danger without discussing anything. You keep acting on your own, back in character, you keep acting on your own, you don't tell us what you're doing, and you are the main reason our life has been at risk several times over the past 24 hours. Would you please just say what you intend to do before doing something?
like you wishing for that ring, hypocrite. You can say nothing to me of what I do. I think through everything, it just does not turn out the way I hope. Because magic doesn't work that way. Which you would know if you used the magic like we do in the rest of the party. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Everyone
it's
else
drafty.
discusses what they're going to do.
Meat explosion was not a discussion. The ring was not a discussion.
I'm sorry, but none of my mistakes has put the party in mortal peril.
Yes, it has.
Name one.
The ring belongs to an infernal god, who now is going to be furious that it's been used.
We'll be right
Okay.
back, folks.
Yeah.
We're back, everyone. Apologies for that brief
everybody.
interruption.
I'm good.
You all hear in your heads, you all are stupid.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I
I
mean-
don't disagree.
What?
Let me just say one thing before you say whatever you're going to say, disembodied voice.
Pretty
All
sure
of the
it's
stupid
Monster.
things that I have done have been things that I had no hope of actually happening. You say you think things through. Every time you supposedly think things through, we end up in mortal peril. Mine have been honest mistakes. Yours have been calculated risks that you don't share with us, and I take offense to that.
I mean,
That's all I have to say. I'm done. I won't pursue this anymore.
the dragons hear it loud and clear in her head of, not like I have anything else left to lose, except some dignity. Because she doesn't. Nobody really necessarily thinks about it. Moxie doesn't have a home, doesn't have family, barely has friends, just lost her closest companion. She's got nothing left to lose. So
And
she does things the way she does because she doesn't think she's got anything else to lose.
okay, we're having an over cable conversation? Fine, let's do an over table conversation. You're saying these things about your character that are true, but what you're not realizing is other people interacting with your character have feelings and emotions and history and backstory too, especially when it comes to your character. So my character shouting at Moxie is trying to snap her out of this self-destructive spiral that she is
And I get
subjecting
that.
everybody to.
And I get that. That doesn't mean
You-
she does, because she hasn't
you
figured that out yet.
don't need to over-explain why you're right.
Okay.
Go to BRB again real quick.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome
everyone.
back.
Hopefully,
Everybody.
we're good. We're gelling.
That was heavy. That was heavy.
I got intense.
Let's liven the mood a little bit. All right.
So to
Moxie
clarify, Kai wandered out of camp screaming at the heavens so he wouldn't scream at anyone else, but was definitely heard.
And Moxie's just kind of left staring at these god-awful wings going, oh god, what have I done? And she's willing the apple to unactivate and return the wings from whence they came.
Morgal, why don't you go ahead
Morgal?
and ready to pull her?
You
Ow, ow,
don't
ow.
know how to. Okay, fine. Just
Just hold me
The
still.
you might need to
her
bite down on something.
wings, her wings snap and go straight as the rest of her body falls to the ground. As you see the wings start to snap off as though they were broken, and then you see the skin starting to be peeled almost like jelly from a jar as the skin rips and the sinew
I'm
snaps
just gonna
and goes
prepare
back
a
into
cure
the skin.
wound.
You see it
That's exactly what I'm doing.
form back into an apple as it falls to the ground, and you see a rune appear as flames come up, and you see the face of Titivolus come through it as it says, I appreciate whoever did this, returning my wing. Let us remember not to mess with the denizens that reside over the levels of the 9 hells. I appreciate the cunningness of attempting it, though. If you ever wish to apply for a job, please don't hesitate to sign. A piece of paper comes out of the flames.
Nope.
This
nope,
contract.
Nope.
Once you sign it, we will speak in person. And trust me when I say that the rewards are great.
Maybe
Thank
keep a
you.
hold of that as an insurance policy, but
So,
don't do that immediately.
I cast Cure Wounds on Moxie. 10
I
points,
go fetch a shirt.
and then I
I wasn't wearing one to begin with, hardly.
I know.
find the right yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm just
Trying
healed
to find the
completely
right
because I
spell
don't
here.
think I was told how much damage I was dealt.
Once he finds some
yeah.
cloth to give to her, Morgal is just kind of looking away and
shirt's-
being like,
Well,
You guys hear some wooden thunks as Kai punches a tree
I
out
mean,
of sight.
Moxie
Somewhere out of
then-
sight.
yeah.
yeah, be careful. with that
Everybody
next
that's
time.
in the immediate vicinity of the dragons say, why are you acting so weird?
Things get weird when you get older,
We've
kids.
been through so much together, and I guess tensions just built.
One of the sisters looks at her siblings as she looks over to you all and says, I don't much care for the manner in which everyone was speaking to each other.
None of us does.
As she
don't
has
worry.
a bit of cow in her
A little
fangs.
viscera.
As she
Well, that's what happens sometimes when people get angry with one another. When they're upset, they get loud and they get rude. But
the
we're
other
not like that all the
sister
time.
looks up and she says, I think you all are acting more like brothers and sisters.
We do. That we do. This is a lot of... We've really gotten close since we started traveling together.
The brother I say I don't know what I say. I like this.
Oh,
About now, Kite comes back in, wrapping a fresh bandage around his knuckles.
Margal's outside of the area where Moxie has done this and is just kind of gives a quick kind of salute wave over to Kai. You good, man?
Yes, I wanted to apologize to our new friends. We get upset. We learn, we apologize, we adapt, we move on.
Kai, look what's missing.
You didn't have to do that.
It probably was for the best, honestly.
I
It's not to piss
appreciate
off
it.
any further demons.
I,
Devils?
Devil.
Devil.
Tativolus is a devil. I ended up with the one that came out of the portal. Yeah,
Yes.
apparently no, she's talking to Kai. You remember that demon that came out of the portal that said I couldn't get my father? Apparently,
Yes.
I stole
Yeah,
his
that was
wings.
one.
No, I was here for that.
Yeah, apparently I stole his wings. I did not want those on my back. No, I
Understood.
sent them back from whence they came.
Yeah.
No, my mission to have wings is on hold. I'm not dealing with that
So
for a long time.
I
The
think we should.
eldest of the dragging siblings, which was the sister on the left-hand side, who seems to be more poised than the other siblings. She looks at the two of you all and says, "You all were acting like brothers and sisters. So I believe that the best way to solve this is a good old-fashioned hug."
Bring it in, bring it in.
Please try not to squeeze
No,
us too
thank you.
hard. And I look
I
at
would
Leon
like
as I
to
say
keep
that.
my skin firmly attached. But I appreciate the sentiment. Let's try and turn the mood a little bit and maybe come up with names for our new friends here.
Yes,
Here.
Do you
I've
have
been trying
names?
to think of a few myself.
Do you have any idea what you might like to be called?
I heard someone say Lolo earlier when I introduced your father, and that made me think Lothar is a good name. In his honor.
And this was our father?
Mm-hmm.
Lothar done. Him.
The other sister looks over at her sister and says, "Well, what of our mother?"
We did not.
Never
We
met
know
We
her.
did
nothing.
not have the pleasure of meeting her.
We didn't even think to ask where the eggs came from. And alas, it's too
Asexual
late.
dragon representation.
What?
Find you names.
Okay.
Shouldn't take long.
Dragons of the Moon. Moon, Night, Celestial. Celestia. That's a nice name for a lady.
Astra,
I like the sound
Twyla.
of that.
Oh,
Astra.
you all are better at this name making thing than I am.
Nebula.
Nebula. I like Astra.
Astra's kind
I
of
rather like Astra as well.
What about you, girls? Do either of you like Astra?
Do you like any of the names that we've given so far?
You see the first hatched say, "I rather like the name Celestia."
We
Makes
have
sense.
Celestia.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, be glad. I almost, this comment, over table, completely, isolate it from the game world. I almost said Celestia, Twilight, Luna.
You see the other
Sunset.
sister say, "Well, I rather like what my brother here was saying earlier. Lolo."
Lolo.
That's a
Lola.
cute name. I
That's
like it.
adorable.
That's
Yes.
very cute.
Gotta go
My
over table for
name's-
another bad reference. Shoulda got low. No.
Let's not. Let's not and say we did. Okay.
Let's not and say we didn't.
There.
Go ahead and rewind back.
My
if
name
that happened.
will be Lolaria.
You just
I would
read
have
that out
gone.
of my brain somewhere, DM. I
I would have
swear.
gone with Loluxia, but Lolaria sounds
I
good.
love that name. It's so pretty.
It feels like a tribute to where they came from.
Lothar and
Hmm.
There's a Lothar, there's a Lolaria, and a Celestia.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's a lovely little trio.
What's my name?
Lothar.
Lothar.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
I don't
boy.
think he understands the significance, but maybe he will with time.
In
He
time.
will.
In time.
You'll have to forgive my little brother.
He's a little
It would
brother.
appear as if he doesn't care about some things right now.
You all just hatched maybe an hour or two ago. It's not
to be honest,
surprising.
I'm quite surprised you're speaking as well as you are.
Hatching a
I'm-
few. How many did you say?
Hours. Not even a full day.
From what
I-
I can see, I can almost hear the words of my father explaining things to me. Do you hear them as well, siblings? You see them shaking their heads. I believe that a few hours within the time frame that we were hatched is a much longer time frame for our minds.
I
That's
have heard rumors that
probably
dragons
true.
mature mentally rather quickly.
Felgalos is a very good example of that.
Would explain a lot.
That does explain.
I
Felgalos is the
can't-
only other juvenile that we've ever encountered.
I wasn't around for Roderick's
Felgalos.
young childhood, but
Oh
I
yeah.
imagine he's somewhat similar.
I dare say, I think that you all should get some rest now. Do go to
It's
sleep.
probably a good idea.
Yes,
As long as you don't leave the nest, we don't know what else is in the area.
I do believe that you all will be safe under my care. Now go to sleep.
I guess
Fair
we all
enough.
take a long rest.
You all
Oh,
kind of at this small
At this
Hey,
No,
tiny dragon.
Leon's gonna go and stay awake at least for
No,
some of
kinda
them, like a
y'all are
shift.
kind of like in your heads. You go to sleep.
You're the baby.
You go to sleep, kid.
I'm sure
And
we will all
again,
fare well under Lotharden's gaze.
Actually, that was Celestia talking to you.
I
Yeah.
know.
we're in the
No,
shadow of
yeah, we're in the
Lothardon.
shadow of Lothard. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be
I'm
fine.
turning it so that no one.
Morgul does
Can-
have a hard time getting to sleep, though.
Oh,
mean-
after that little interaction, Kai is up trying his damnedest to meditate.
Moxie writes a
On.
little.
Meditate.
Rediscovering his emotional center.
Yeah.
Before I rest, I cast Create Food and Water once more for the babies.
Thoughtful.
I mean, there is still most likely half a cow left.
Enjoy your midnight snack.
Before Moxie goes to sleep, she writes a note for her patron. And what kind of check would that be to try and summon a bat? Or are they just flying around?
Well, you're not necessarily in an area that is filled with bats right now.
Or some emissary of his?
Also, I'll ask a question while Justin's trying to figure that out. Who is sleeping near Morgul or resting near Morgul?
Probably me, because I didn't move a whole heck of a lot because body kind of went into shock a little bit from the pain.
You hear him do something that he's not done since you started adventuring with him. He's humming as he's
I-
trying to sleep.
I'd help soothe you to sleep if I could.
I'm picturing the Gilligan's Island theme.
No, it sounds like some kind of sea shanty,
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah.
I'd sing you to sleep if I could.
I bet it's Johnny Lever.
Mm.
It's gonna be a type of perception check because you're basically kind of looking for bats right now. Seeing if they're
That's
anywhere.
that's a 14.
Rolling cheese, bat
Oh.
cheese.
Uh-oh. There goes my screen.
Oh,
Oopsie.
there are
Not
two.
that you could tell.
There are
no,
two.
not really. It looks fine.
Yep. 2 bats.
I take out a little bit of food and sit it on the ground and beckon them over. I need you to carry a message for me. Take this to your lord. And here is some food. Basically, it's kind of just asking, where the heck do we take these that they're not going to be in mortal danger because they're not safe with us?
That's a question Leon's going to be asking in the morning once
I've honestly got an
dawn and
idea.
such.
Hmm.
Have
I
a
mean,
bit
take
more
them back to
rest.
Oberon in the summer court.
Yes,
I was
it's-
actually thinking Tree Man name.
Dory Ember?
Dorian,
Yes.
but
Here's the problem, though. Some of the rest of the knights of the summer court think he kidnaps children.
that's also true. But
It's not wise to perpetuate that kind of reputation by literally just bringing more foundlings to him.
Hmm.
Because until we can clear his name, all we're doing is making it worse. Which breaks my heart. He's a wonderful caretaker, but it's not safe at the moment.
So is everybody asleep or going to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. Morgal.
Yep.
In your sleep, in your dream, you are underwater. And as you're underwater, you hear a voice that says, "You have spoken to me. What is your name, child?" As you're floating in the water, you see one giant yellow eye open
Oh,
in front of you, the size of, I would say, to
Beholder.
try and give it scale. No, larger than that.
Volkswagen.
Bigger than that.
Bigger than
whale?
that.
A whale?
No, a little
The Oscar
smaller.
Mayer Wienermobile.
Maybe a baby whale turned like this.
Mm.
Yeah. That opens up as the pupil dilates and focuses in on you.
Given I know names have power, it's kind of one of those things where I'm like kind of hesitant, like over the table. Oh, Morcall is hesitant to actually say his name to this fucking thing.
You walk in my dreamland.
That would explain a lot.
Relia calls to you.
That's the first time I think I've heard you speak common. Or at least what I'm receiving.
Have gained a great deal from when you and your friends turned the page.
Oh, shit.
What you are perceiving, I am merely transmogrifying in your brain. The tongue in which we speak now cannot be perceived.
Ah,
Oh boy.
interesting.
The language
We
of
speak the
madness.
language of neuron.
I ask again, who is it that read from my book?
The one that's going to reclaim Civic.
This one you speak. He is gone.
I don't think so. Not
He,
anymore.
in the way that you know him, he walks in relief among the flesh of millions torn asunder. In the quadrant of Elakshin, he sees the 9 suns, and he speaks to me every morning and says nothing but my name.
Well, even if he's not the one that I loved, I will bring him back, and I will see him safe from your ilk. Old one.
Uvani shuduru konashurba
Blue, you just dropped on my blanket.
tinurvach. We will talk in your dreams.
I'm sure we will.
As the rest of your dream is you trying to get to the surface, as you look at your skin and where those veins are, you see yellow eyes opening up, looking at you, screaming. You just hear screaming in your head as you're looking at these eyes, and they all sound like Civic. And that is your dream.
Oh, I'm not getting well rested
I
tonight.
need you to roll a madness check for me, please.
Oh
Any
dear.
particular modifier, will, or what, wisdom, or
Will, please.
well, I'd be either wisdom or intelligence based, I guess, in this
Yep.
case. But
It would be, let's call it wisdom based.
okay, that ain't bad. Non-nat 20, 19 on die.
You're holding on to your sanity, but you're very shaken.
I mean, yeah. That's to be expected.
Oh, really?
God fucking damn it.
Be glad I didn't do it in the moment.
I know.
So in a dream, what you tell us when you wake is your own business. Remember that.
I I think he'd have questions of what Kai saw because he had said something about something similar to this.
Gigantic
now-
man with a squid in their head and
Because you see, now Morgul's mentality, rather than run away from this fucking thing, is I'm gonna kill a fucking god.
okay,
Actually,
Kratos.
arguably more than a god, but
Oh, I know.
um,
I know.
I need. Okay, well, no. So, as you all are sleeping, you're full rested. Count that as a long rest. Well rested, you've been through the night. You hear something clamoring through the trees.
Um,
As you start to kind of rouse, one of you or how many of you wake up during this?
Yeah,
Probably.
would.
To hear this loud but very quiet meandering through the forest. Loud as in
quiet.
when it, whatever it is moving, you can hear an audible
Bud.
but you can hear almost a crackling of branches underneath whatever it is as it is quietly moving through.
I
Where
will
are the baby
climb up
dragons?
the hill.
The baby
Well,
dragons are asleep next to you all. You see that they've moved closer over to you all.
Moxie will try not to step on anybody and climb up Lotharden respectfully to try and get a better vantage point.
Meanwhile, Leon is working on rebuilding the
Ty's already
tiny
up
hut
there because
spell.
it was the best secluded spot for meditation.
Yeah, she kind of shifts over next to you and says, "Excuse me."
What?
As you all start to look around, you notice that they're right in front of you. A slender, almost what looks like it's covered in moss and scales and things like that, with skinny fingered talons, grapples over the side of Lotharden's corpse as it starts to bring its body over your campsite as you see this hulking, slendered mass. As the moonlight is hitting it, shadows are being cast onto the ground as you see what looks like wings that are tucked in.
What's that?
The mother?
No, there's no way.
That's no dragon.
That is no
As
dragon.
you see,
It doesn't look like a moth, does it?
simply, is that showing up as a bunch of light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just see
Leon is making
two
the
large yellow eyes open as it starts to scan the area, as you hear
Leon is making sure to go
You're
and
good, Kai. You're good.
turn the dome opaque that the dragons and anyone else that's still asleep with Leon.
I recognize
area.
this. I recognize
It's
this.
the
This is
Watcher.
what we saw
So
at
it's
Tree
probably
Man.
seeing us, but it can't do anything about it.
it has not noticed you all yet. It's just moving through the forest as some of its body parts are kind of going along Lotharden.
Okay. Stay silent.
Kai.
Don't move.
See, come on.
I mean, we're crouched on top of Lotharden's head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we could safely move down to where
Oh,
you
yeah.
are.
It was just a case of he's trying to go in motion for you to get down to safety
Mhm.
before it spots you.
I'm just thinking, if I hunch down and stay still.
Mm-hmm.
The large neck of this thing that looks like it's snake-like almost, as the shadows still are not showing its full form, its full visage, as it moves its head across the top of where you all are of Lotharden's head. There are these tendrils that hang down from its chin that brush ever so slightly against the tops of your heads.
Have I witnessed enough of it that I could cast a legend lore and understand it? understand more about it.
If I'm not mistaken, based on the poem Baba Yaga read to us,
You can.
we would
yes.
recognize this as the Jabberwock. The Yellow Watcher took place of the Jabberwock in their poem.
Mhm.
That's true. Well, let's
Sounds
learn what
about
we
right.
can. Legend lore. I cast it. Do you need me to read about it? Like, read the spell depiction, description?
No.
Okay.
As Miknik is staring at this thing, the tale of that Baba Yaga said, and also something in your mind is giving you the name of what this creature is called, as it keeps saying in the back of your head, Jabberwock. Jabberwock. Jabberwock.
I am communicating to the dragons, telepathy,
Mm-hmm.
to let them know the rest of my party.
You see them rouse kind of from their sleep as Celestia looks at you for a moment and she
Not
says,
good.
Don't speak a word. As she looks up and she sees this shifting mass stop for a moment as it starts looking up and around the tree line as its head coils above the trees and starts looking around. Everyone speak to me only in your head.
I furiously think to her, what do we do about this?
We stay
I go
very
ahead and
still and
communicate
don't
through
breathe.
everything that I gained from legend lore.
Hang on. So I thought this thing to her, and then Moxie responded, or at least Izzy responded. I
Kind.
have to ask.
Are we like
We can
communicating
think
with
to
each
the
other or no?
dragon and hear from them. But
You
is it
all
like a
are
conference call
communicating.
thing?
So you all are communicating to the dragons, and as people are saying things to the dragons, you're hearing echoes of what they're hearing.
Good, so it is like a conference call. That
We're
makes
on the
things
kind of like a
simple.
dragon's
conference
doom.
call.
That's all we need to know.
I had to
Soon,
know.
They
Dragonish.
are basically opening their
Mental
telepathic
channels.
link.
I mean, I know
Hang
that's
on, I
how
think I was on
Thoughtspeak
mute.
works in the Animorphs series. I just didn't know if it played out that way here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone recognized Animorphs. Thank you. Whew.
I barely did.
I don't know
have
what
the entire
Animorphs
collection
is,
on
but
my shelf. Not even
That's
I
kidding. I
want
can
to
point my camera
read
on it
the
right now.
entire collection
That
one
was
day.
cool.
Actually, I'm missing like 4 books at the end.
anyways, back to the story.
Yes.
Morgul is not
seriously
saying
thinking,
anything
what do
over
we do about
chat.
this?
There was something in the poem, the story. There's only one way to kill it. If it ain't Vorpal, it ain't dead.
I just
Oh,
want to clarify over table that everything I say at this point is going to be thought, so I'm going to be speaking
I mean-
normally and animatedly
yes.
instead
Yes.
of whispering like I would in character.
Mhm.
I have to be quiet because I have people sleeping next door. So
Understood. Understood. So what do we do about this? We don't have anything Vorpal.
we have things that can enchant to make them. But it says a
Oh,
blade. But it says it
snicker snack goes the apple.
essentially, the
Hmm.
Vorpal blade. I can't do it right now. It's gonna notice.
Well,
So,
I say we play it. I vote we play it cool, and if it notices us, Morgul, snicker snack.
Yes, I agree.
Again, you don't hear a word come out of Morgul. You just kind of hear this light humming that Moxie would have heard before. Therefore, that just seems to be going on repeat.
I don't
Does
know
he
that
not realize that we're talking to him in his mind?
Oh no, he knows.
Is he actually humming out
Morgul
loud?
is
No,
Okay.
Guys, I think we need to let him rest. Something doesn't seem quite right.
It doesn't seem like a ominous hum.
No, no,
It's
no.
just
It's
distressed.
it's like a coping mechanism is how
Yeah.
she's seeing it. She's just like, let's leave him to that for a minute. He's not quite with it yet.
I only specified him because he has the apples.
I still have one on my person.
I have
there we
one as
go.
well. I've
Again,
Essentially,
let's-
Morgul keeps the excess stock.
I wonder how many Vorpal blades there are.
I mean,
You all see the head of this thing as it
in her brain. Shit.
looks down, and as it looks down, the eyes blink, and as they open, this large cone of light radiates over all of you as you just see the yellow. You hear.
Well, zing with the strings of my heart. Damn it.
Give me a moment.
Shh.
I was
Fight!
gonna go fetch as many.
I
Prepare-
seriously felt like I was gonna sneeze, and if I did, I was worried he was gonna make it.
Oh yeah, he would have.
I would hope not. That's
Oh
that
come
would
on!
be
I would
totally
make. I would
unfair.
say that would be pretty funny.
Fine.
Oh
God,
boy.
this thing. Oh, good thing I'm about to just make a Vorpal blade for this.
I mean, are we going with the
Can you
Vorpal
see
blade
that?
poem?
Yes, we can see.
Sit at
Just
the
make-
very
It's
top.
out of the camera angle.
Yeah.
There it is.
Here, we'll move you
Alrighty.
all.
Yeah, now its wing is
Yeah,
right at the
just
top of the screen.
conveniently,
Yeah.
we're there instead.
Is this better?
Bum, bum.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's even
So outside of
good
Moxie
framing
and
for
Kai, everyone's
screen.
in a mostly indestructible shield.
I
It
mean,
looks
breath
down.
weapons wouldn't make that destructible.
Here's the thing. I think Kai and I could probably take this on our own.
As you see the moonlight hitting it, you can finally see what this thing looks like as you see its chest and the bits of the neck that's underneath. This teal dark green that is covered by moss is pearlescent in nature. As you see the rest of it is gnarled and just torn with what look like blade marks and flail marks and stab wounds all over its body as it looks down and its tendrils that are hanging from its chin droop down toward you all as you see the teeth of this thing look like bucktooth beaver teeth as it as it starts clambering over towards you all through the
Oh, it's
forest.
angry.
You see the rest of the tail, unravel from
Behind
Lotharden's
it.
body as it. You hear Celestia say, "I think we should run."
Yep.
Probably a good idea.
Moxie takes what was the whip that she made and thinks about the poem and tries to fuse it with her sword.
I think she's trying to make a
The
Vorpal blade with
blade.
the apple.
Yep.
To speak plainly.
Yes.
As you do, you see the sword and the whip. The whip starts curling around the sword, and as it starts squeezing the metal, you see it.
I cast
into
Beacon
this
of Hope
blade
on
that
the
looks-
entire party and the dragons.
Good. You see what looks like a wavy blade, almost like a zigzag, appear. As it is barreling through the forest, what do you do?
I wait to look for an opening, but then I look at Kai and I say, "You're not going to be able to throw me, are you?"
I don't think that's a good idea.
Something tells me
Only-
we should run.
Only one way to kill this thing.
I
It's
mean,
coming after us now.
I'm sure I could throw you, but I'm with the dragons on this one.
This is the only thing it's going to fear. It's not going to fear anything else, and those dragons have to stay safe.
How much time do we have?
In-game time or
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before it reaches you, you have literally 16 seconds.
Well.
Okay.
2.5
Shit.
rounds.
So, here's what I'm thinking, over table. Vines of the Court. I can hurl you with that.
Okay.
Or I could turn you into Kong again and you throw her.
Or that.
That's very true.
I'm still quite partial to the idea of the baby dragon that we run away.
Oh yes.
Celestia has a good point.
Celestia has a good
Yes.
point, but then
She
there's
is
also
wise
how
in
far are
her
we gonna-
age.
Yes, that's also true, but then there's also, could we get
I'm
out
gonna
of
outrun of
Are we
it.
gonna be able to outrun it? Yeah.
Can we? Is there any point in trying to run? Or is this inevitable?
You got the blade go snicker snack. We might as well throw you right back.
Okay, looks like
That
we're
was a
going
good
with
one.
fight.
That was a good one.
Nah, I could have done better.
Okay, on the fly, in the moment, under duress, that was a zing.
So, do I transform you, Kai, into that
Considering
giant
we've all
ape?
got the mental link.
As you all are discussing this, you all see Mick taking energy into the palms of his hand as he does this kind of motion, and you see a light start coming over your all's chest and fade. What do you do?
Okay, so last time we established that in ape form, I still have access to my monk melee skills.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. It does
Would
not cancel that out.
the armor of the court be affected, or would I still have my vines?
It transforms
The
with
armor
you.
of the court would not be on the monkey.
Okay,
No,
so I
it
wouldn't
just
be able to do
goes
that.
into you.
Yeah.
So I could either hurl you with the vines, or I could hurl you as an ape
Mhm.
and be more powerful.
I'd say
Powerful,
go with
but
the ape.
possibly less accurate.
Reject humanity. Become monkey.
Ape.
Become beast. Hey, you're Hank McCoy
Leon,
now.
monkey.
You're
Okay.
now Hank McCoy.
I need to go get my monkey mini. Hang on.
Hey, I'm
Hey.
really just trying to put a giant meat shield between me and the.
Leon is being completely selfish with it. Let's not mince words.
Ape me.
Little dragons were thinking about eating
You
us.
can
Big
also
dragon
kind of
definitely
pick
will.
up. You can also kind of pick up vague things from her mind because she does forget there's telepathy here now.
Like, I
I
fucking
messed
hope
up.
this works, right?
The
No, she's
entire
just like-
time that you all are doing this, you hear that burbling as it's coming from this creature. You see its teeth chattering, and you hear the tick, 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 tick of its teeth, but you hear the.
What is the significance of the burbling?
I don't think there is any.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I
Other
mean-
than a signifier.
It's also
War
another
cry,
thing. I
maybe.
don't know if the Jabberwock speaks like specific languages like Primordial or anything, because some dragons
It
do.
speaks
burble.
So
I
ate
the burble berries.
Over table, the Jabberwock, literally all that it doesn't speak.
it jabbers.
It jabbers. It burbles.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Jabberwock.
Yeah.
Arr, arr,
jab,
arr,
jab,
arr.
jab, jab, jab.
Hmm.
Messed up too many times now. Can't go
Anyway,
back.
so I get transformed into giant ape.
You throw me. Hopefully, I manage to land a hit.
you all see Kai as his clothing starts to almost go into his body as you see the giant form of the ape stand tall in front of you once more. What do you do?
Well, I've got rock, ranged weapon attack. I see big rock there. I grab Moxie, put on rock, throw rock.
So we are initiating
Combat.
battle.
I mean,
Sounds
Everybody roll for initiative.
Moxie magic missile.
like-
Or no,
That
magic
was a 2
missile
on
Moxie.
dice.
Fuck. Can I
That was a
roll?
2 on dice.
Magic missile Moxie.
I got
Then
an
again-
11.
Then again, I think. Well, I wish mine was tied to being directly after Kai's, just for the sake of the fact that he is throwing me. But that's gonna kind of freak things out a little bit.
In.
Well,
I'm
you've
11.
got the realism of having to recover
Like,
from and gain your
6.
standing on the magic missile propelling rock.
That's fair.
You are magic missile Moxie right now, after all.
So my initiative is 14.
My initiative
have
is
11.
6.
12.
Morgul.
Spellcasters are last.
In.
I'm the last
Or
one
not.
to attack.
Spellcasters
so
are right
who-
smack dab in the middle.
So who's first? Who's on first?
I got 14, so I think it's me.
What's on
Okay.
second? I don't know who's on third.
Kai's first. Who's second?
No, what's on second?
I don't know.
I'm 11, so
Pain.
unless someone has something higher.
I've got 12.
So that would be McNick.
I guess so.
See how much
I'm-
speaking helps you guys?
Okay, so
I
Mick
spoke,
is
I just
second.
See,
spoke
Who's
Moxie
third?
communication.
Smart
It makes
after
things
That'd be
simpler.
Leon.
Leon.
Leon's third. Okay.
Then Morgul. And then me.
Oh,
Hey, check it out. Kai's got an eye patch right now on my little,
It's E. It's a D10.
yeah.
It is covering up one eye with one.
And a face mask.
Since I
That'd be
am
very
last
conscious of
in
it.
combat, I am going to be right back. I'm going to run to the little girl's room.
It makes a strange amount of sense for her to be last in combat.
She's being hurled through
yes,
the
it-
air on a giant rock. Of
With
course
the
she
greatest of ease.
Yeah.
That giant old ape is a hurling Moxie.
Yep. I will be right back.
She'll land on the Jabberwock, then we will see how good that Vorpal blade will be. All right. So, what are we doing?
I have a feeling we weren't supposed to fight this.
I mean,
Gotta fight something. It's been a bit.
I intend to let
that's up to
Moxie
y'all.
have her fun.
Oh, I'm just saying.
I intend to let Moxie have her attempt with the Vorpal blade.
I have tried to make you all fight a couple of things that I would have really liked for you all to have fought by now,
Like
I
a
know that
beholder.
pain, Justin.
and I have been disappointed at a great many turns.
I'm
Do you
sorry.
see how many minis I have?
I mean, you can put the minis out without it having been a combat.
Justin, it's totally possible to get the exact opposite situation. Just be glad we aren't murder hobos.
Yeah, I know. I am glad of that.
I will say this: if the Snicker Snack don't work, Jack, we should turn tail and run.
Agreed. If I need to hop on someone's shoulders just so pace is kept, then so very well be it.
The question is, how many turns do we give it?
Until something goes horribly wrong.
So what happened?
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
Top of the round.
Ooh.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to give myself the temporary hit points for this beast.
Yeah, I went and
that-
sent you
makes
the
sense.
D&D.
What does
Oh,
Beacon
I
of Hope do?
found it before you sent that, but yeah, I appreciate it all the same. I
Same.
can wait until my next turn when I'll actually probably take damage. So, I am starting with
Same.
throwing the rock.
What does Beacon of
Uh,
Hope do?
16 plus
Beacon
9
of
to hit,
Hope.
so that's
This
25.
spell bestows hope and vitality.
Oh.
For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Oh.
General full party buff. And since I can choose any number of creatures, I went ahead and
7.
applied it on our babies as well.
All right.
The babies.
So I'm assuming 25 to hits,
Yes.
which means I got 76 to count here. 10, 13, 14, 15, 21, 26, 7, 28, plus 6. 28 plus 6. 30,
34.
34.
You all see Kai's monkey form pick up a large boulder as Moxie backflips on top of it as she's sitting there with the sword in her hand. She's staring down this creature as it's
Superhero pose. Nice.
coming toward.
The knight
Yeah,
in shining armor.
she Black Widowed that. As you can hear Yelena Belova in the background go, "Oh God, really?" If anybody understands that reference, if not, but watch Hawkeye, it's really good. As the boulder starts being hurled through the air, Moxie comes off of the boulder as she kicks off of it. As she's coming down, that's where she is right now. The boulder slams into the jowls of the Jabberwock as you see bits of the boulder shatter across it as you hear it snap its neck back into place with an audible as it still running straight at you all. Mick, 'tis your turn.
I am holding action with Beacon of Hope as my concentrated spell.
Okay.
Does that affect rolls?
Wisdom saving, death saving, and maximum hit points from healing.
You
Oh,
don't
cool.
have to go and spend your action on concentration. It's just you can't do another concentration spell.
Oh, very well.
And you can be knocked out of concentration depending.
Yeah,
if
if you
that's,
take damage and all that.
Yeah.
So you can do something else.
Yeah.
You just can't concentrate on anything else.
Well. Do
This
I know
includes
if
running.
Moxie is susceptible to radiant damage?
Mm-hmm.
You are.
She's
yeah.
Immune to fire.
Immune to fire, not immune to heat. Interesting.
Not immune to suffocation is the problem. I can still be asphyxiated by the smoke. But no, I'm immune to burning.
He said radiant damage. Heat is a
Yeah,
form of
different.
radiation. It was a joke.
Oh.
Hi, bad joke told down here, off screen.
No, more
So-
like weird
That's what
brain
I was
over
looking
here.
for.
You guys, I have a red accent light over here, and I just noticed it and thought, what the hell went wrong? Why is there alarm? Then I went, oh god.
Guardian of Faith. I cast that to protect the party.
Woo!
What does that do one more time?
Any creature hostile to you that moves into a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
So the Guardian has to
vanishes
occupy.
when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Yeah, the Guardian has to occupy a specific area though with that. So
The
you
area
have to choose a spot.
between the bulk of the party and the creature.
Okie dokie. I don't
Oh,
have.
Smack
Bias
dab in the
closer to us.
It's essentially a fucking angel, Justin.
I'm going to use. I
Bias
don't have any of
closer
my
to
angel
us.
minis out right now. How large is this Guardian? Does it specify its? size?
I don't know. Does it?
I want to say it's a large.
It says
Like,
large,
I know in-
yeah.
I
It
know
says
in
large with a
fucking-
capital
yeah.
L, so that's
Yeah,
the size
large
category.
entity. Okay,
Okay.
okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like I knew in
I'm
3.5
going
it was
to-
large. Yeah.
Although I do
I'm
rather
going to
like the
use-
mental imagery of a pixie that hits like a fucking tank.
I'm going to use a fire elemental instead.
I love
Behold
But-
the sacred fire.
it. Right?
You all
I mean,
see
basically.
Nick as he. You see this light energy come from both of his hands as they form an orb that goes in between you all as it zips through under your legs as it comes out, and you see a form of a humanoid come out of the ball of light as it puts a large sword down, as it raises its other arm with a shield, and you see wings that fold over and is guarding you all as it is staring down the Jabberwock. Micknick kind of looks proudly at this spell like,
Damn,
that worked.
son. Like, hot damn, that worked.
It worked. Yeah.
I give a nod to Leon, knowing that his move is next up.
Leon, 'tis your turn.
With my turn, he'll part some of the shield of the tiny hut that they're all within of the baby dragons and such, and will fire out bolts of fire to aim at the legs of this creature. Scorching ray at 5th level. So that's 12d6.
The front arms or the hind legs?
Front arms as it's charging forward, since I doubt
Okay.
I could hit the rear at this point.
Not probably without having to get past me.
Okay.
How does everybody like that Jabberwock mini?
It's
Pretty dope.
hideously good.
Isn't that thing cool?
It's cool.
It
It's just
is.
ugly as sin.
Very, very
I mean,
cool.
it's a Jabberwock. Jabberwocks
Yes.
are kind of ugly.
Are meant to be. I like the version from the Alice in Wonderland movie a little better, where it's solid black and looks like it's just covered in scales. It looks
I
really
do like
pretty.
the blackish purple interpretation a lot of people have for it, but I like it green too. So it's kind of one of those things
Oh,
of
yeah.
like it really just depends on the setting which one's better.
I have
That
a
is-
different. I have another Jabberwock mini as well. Don't worry.
Mhm.
That is 53 damage in fire.
So you all see Leon as he
Oh.
a hole opens up within the tiny hut as he puts one hand out, and you just see a glowing orb of flames as it shoots out as one whole sphere as it starts to spiral around in multiple parts as it slams into the arms of the Jabberwock as you see it roll over its hands as its body lunges forward. You see it take its other arm as it snaps it back into place, and you hear it's still running right towards you all as it stands in front of you now. And that one arm that was coming towards you slams down. Closest people to it would be Morgul, Leon, and, well, technically, no, Moxie, no. So the next closest would actually be Micknick. I need you all to roll to try and dodge this large hand that is coming down to slam on you.
Full dexterity.
We're within the
Right.
tiny hut, so I have no idea if that affects anything.
Is Moxie airborne right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Moxie would be airborne right now, so unless it's
she
like
is. She is
Okay.
airborne.
Cool.
So it just goes straight on through the shield thing that Leon is projecting.
Are you all? Everybody is underneath.
I certainly
Micknick,
am.
Leon, the baby dragons. I have
I'm
no
not-
idea.
I probably
think
would
I-
not be.
I think it's me and Moxie were the only ones at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Unless someone else ran
so
out.
then I guess this is just Morgul and
I mean, technically,
I'm
Leon
okay.
wouldn't have got hit by it because he opened up for that shot. But that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, the tiny hut. As it's coming down to slam, two of its claws wrap around the tiny hut as you feel the force of it starting to crack it.
Hmm.
So it's not through yet, but everybody else that was outside of that is about to get smacked.
So 25 for reflex save. With dex.
You see Morgal as he dodge
By the way,
rolls
he's
out of
twirling
the way
the spear of Othu while doing this.
as he spins the
Spear of
spear
Otu?
and rolls out of the
A
way.
magical item that he got
jams
from the
it.
holder.
Right.
He jams it
No
right
idea what
down
that
into
does.
the ground to kind of catch himself as he looks back to see this arm slamming down. As you all see Leon hold his hand up above the tiny hut, trying to hold up the barrier. As you see the baby dragons kind of looking at each other, very frightened. As you see the tiny hut's magical energy start cracking, Leon starts looking at this one spot as he sees one singular start to go up and around the tiny hut. The Jabberwock puts its hand down there as it looks up. That is a 27 to hit everyone in the general vicinity.
That's probably gonna hit, Chief.
That's a hit.
Yep.
AC ain't that high in 5.
No.
AC 12 for the ape, 16 for normal.
As you all sit there looking at the grotesque features of its mouth trembling as it's looking at you all, its teeth chattering and hearing the burble, it opens its mouth as a massive shock wave is barreling down on you all of a burbling language that is piercing your ears like tinnitus as you can't get it out of your head. It's that ringing sensation, and you all take 16 damage.
I'm going to use Stone's Endurance.
As you feel the pressure of these sound waves with each burble, it's like a punch to your chest and your ears. Morgal.
Go. Flat negate with Stone's Endurance. I got a 12 on die plus 4, 16 to match.
Okay.
So Morgal has gone from humming to lightly singing something. It's like you catch every other word as he's going, as he's focusing into Hunter's Mark and then going at this thing with that fucking spear of Ortho. So, give me a moment. Let's see here. Need to get the hit here I'd have for that thing. Okay. Oh, that's handy. So 27 to hit, and the spear's effect may activate depending on this thing's magic resistance. To remind everybody over the table, that spear that Justin had generated from Morgal, rolling a d20, roll of 17 or higher, freezes an enemy for 1 minute.
I will say it does resist that, but
I
roll
figured.
for damage.
Okay. D6s. Hold on. Or D8s.
Just resist.
Oh, yeah,
One.
that's fine. Some things have legendary resistance, some things have magic resistance. I kind of expected this thing to have it. Give me a minute.
Oh yeah, it's got magic resistance.
I kind of expected this. Okay.
I wonder what damage resistance it has.
Hunter's Mark.
Probably
I'm
basic
assuming this
ones.
thing is not below max health, so I'm not going to worry about Colossus Slayer. Give me a moment.
It has taken damage.
Oh, I guess it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leon did 56
Okay, so
damage to
Colossus
it.
Slayer activates then. Give me a moment.
Leon did what?
Yeah, Leon did damage with Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray, he did
How
56
much?
damage.
Give me a
Dang.
moment.
I mean, I did 36.
That's
Um,
not bad.
That was.
Okay.
I thought you were.
So
When you said it did take damage, I thought you were talking about me, and then you said 56. I went, wait, what?
16 frost damage plus strength would make that. So 16 frost damage, 5 damage from raw strength, 3 damage from Hunter's Mark, and 3 damage from Colossus Slayer.
27.
27 damage total.
You all see Morgul as he pierces the spear directly into the arm of this creature. As you see ice starting to form around it, it curls back in and goes back up the blade. As you see it take its arm out of the spear, as it looks down. It's the Jabberwock's turn again.
Did we skip me?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
It starts at the top of
no,
the round at the.
No, we haven't. I haven't skipped you yet. The Jabberwock gets multiple moves.
it's one of those.
It's
Yeah.
I
got
was gonna
lots of
say,
turns.
I'm not in the air indefinitely, sir.
No. It's the Jabberwock can. It's.
I'm glad to see the 5e Jabberwock can do that too. Okay.
Oh yeah, and also
Multi-initiative.
And also, the cool thing about this Jabberwock, within the Feywild, is the Feywild is considered
Its lair.
its lair.
Yeah.
So
We're
anywhere in the Feywild, it has legendary actions.
That's
We're
great.
fucked.
Flare actions.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
my
pretty
life.
stupid. So the Jabberwock is going to snap its neck, and as you all hear the vertebrae in its neck kind of snapping together, it looks down at you all as you see its eyes open, and you see a ring of fire start going around as you see its eyes charge for a second as
We're about to get piccoloed.
you see these beams fire down upon all of you. Nope. 17 to hit.
That does not hit me right now.
That I can actually avoid because I'm going to be burning off a
Yeah.
spell with shield.
It hits me.
I think I
Unless
might
I'm
be good.
still within the hut, it hits me.
No, we're both still in the hut, but it's cracked enough to if I don't keep anything.
Do I go off of the ape AC or my own AC?
Ape AC right now.
Oh, but it's so much lower than mine.
Yeah.
It's because you have a nice spongy
You
health that doesn't
big.
affect yours.
I'm
you big.
hit.
Eh.
Don't worry.
It's why you get the extra HP though. That's kind of.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's a
worried. I'm just
sponge.
hit.
I should have grabbed another ginger beer. Oh well.
Okay, so who all was hit?
Yo.
I was not.
Mick, Nick, and Morgul?
No, Mick, Nick, and Kai.
Mick, Nick, and Kai? Okay, so you all are looking up at this eye, and you all start to feel your skin bubbling as you see the cones kind of zoom in just on the two of you, because that's what its gaze hit. You feel this, it's not fire, but you feel like your body is on fire.
Oh no.
Yeah. He has to roll.
Roaring pain. A roaring pain.
That's 21 damage,
Oofa.
Ooh.
Oof.
and it's not done.
Of course it's not done.
Ah.
Am I going to be the only one left alive
Oh
of
dear
everybody?
sweet Jesus Christ.
Did it crit?
Yep.
We
Oh
did.
no.
So
I might be okay as ape.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
You're
guess once you drop
gonna
to
be
0
okay.
as ape, you're gonna be back to normal.
one
pretty
of the
much.
Yeah.
weird things that the Jabberwock has a tendency to do, I have to roll every time that one of you do something, and when it does something, it has to choose a target that it wants to kill first.
Yeah, these things
So
are
did it-
sociopathic
Hang
that
on.
way.
Does it not take anything from my conjuration?
The Guardian of Faith
Yeah.
It takes damage.
should
It
be
would.
taking damage.
Oh yeah, I've been
Unless
taking
it
that
mains
damage
faith.
off.
Oh, okay.
It's just been
It's
rolled over on his
thing
side.
about the thing about the Jabberwock is that when it takes damage, you see the damage happening to it, but that's why every time that you all have done something like dislocated its jaw or a move that would have snapped its neck, it's been putting it back in, or when you've been seeing its flesh seared, you see that it starts to replace itself. Hence all of the scarring that you all have seen all over the Jabberwock.
It's like massive troll vibes
Because
here.
the Jabberwock regenerates.
Yeah, the
And
Jabberwock
all
turns.
of this is before the one person that has a weapon that can go against it can even hit it.
Yep.
The only
So I
thing
may
that
be doing
can
this for a dead
kill a
party.
Jabberwock is the one thing that was in the poem.
Which is the Vorpal
That's
Blade.
the way it goes.
Things can injure it though, and that's what's important right now.
Oh yeah, you all are injuring it. It's been injured. Don't get me wrong.
If we
That's
can
why
scratch
you
it
all are
enough, so
adding
when
new.
she
You all are adding new scars.
Believe
to
me,
the
that is
Jabberwock.
why I am trying my hardest not to metagame. There is a little deity in the setting IGM that has their patron animal being the Jabberwock. So I'm like,
Goodness.
yeah.
The Jabberwock then looks at you all as it takes its arms and it just starts slamming down. I have to choose a target. And of the two that it hit with the laser beams, I have to roll a d6. On an even, it's going to be the two individuals that I hit.
so
roll a
Morgal or
d6.
No.
Kai.
Kai or it didn't hit Morgal.
It hit
Kai
Kai-
or Ricknick.
Kai or Micknick, right?
Yeah.
I need both of you to roll a d6. On an even, we're going to call it Micknick. On an odd, we're going to call it Kai.
I got even.
I got even.
Well.
Healer.
Micknick, you have been chosen by the Jabberwocky. It does not like your face today.
I
Listen,
hit it with a rock,
It doesn't
and it
like your
hates you.
stupid
So,
high halfling
question:
face.
he's still inside the shield. Does it destroy the shield in this case?
Yes. With the first slam, the shield cracks open like an egg as the magic goes back into Leon's book.
Run.
That should at least help reduce some of the damage, hopefully.
So the first hit, it broke the shield. The second hit, 17 damage. As its arm comes crashing down, you all see Micknick dodge in front of Leon and the babies as the Guardian had already gone in to try and fend off the Jabberwock. You saw the Guardian slam its blade up into the chest cavity of the Jabberwock as it lunges over and slams its fist down right onto Micknick. You all see Micknick hit the ground.
unless I've taken more damage after that last 17, I'm still up.
You
But
have
I'm
not
doing
taken
good.
any more damage since
You're just
then.
not unconscious yet. You're just on your back, but you're not unconscious.
So all that, and you got tipped over. Nice.
Fling tipping.
It's
It's a
over.
new
I'm
game.
not
It's a
doing
good
hot
thing
well
that
at
you
all.
had the shield up when you did. How much HP do you have left, Micknick?
Well, my max
HP.
is 71. I'm sitting
I'm not
at
liking the words so that's coming out of your mouth
17.
right now.
I'm sitting at still breathing.
You're sitting at 17. If you hadn't had that shield up, Leon, and it hadn't have blocked the first strike, Micknick would be dead right now.
Yeah, I would be
Be
very
absolutely
dead.
dead.
My con bonus is a +3.
Morgal, you just missed that. Micknick was this close to death
Oof.
Yep.
Sorry, I just had to do something real quick.
Oh, you're good.
because
I
that
understand.
other arm would have matched what it rolled.
Ooh.
So the damage, it would have matched
Oh,
what it rolled. Um,
Oh.
Moxie, it is your go.
She says a very, very quick prayer, hoping that her lord is listening and that maybe she will finally manage to hit something because she doesn't have a terribly good.
Track record.
Yeah, she has not a good track record. That is what all do I don't even remember what the hell I add. I haven't used melee attacks in so freaking long. That was a 13 on dice. I don't remember what the hell else I add.
It doesn't say.
Wait for.
It's a Vorpal blade. I don't
Oh,
know.
Vorpal blades
Yeah.
would depends on the type of weapon. So like if
Snicker
it's
snack is what I think is they were aiming for. So unless we can get the item description from the DM, I'm not going to look it up.
so Vorpal blades, unless Justin's canon is different, Vorpal is technically an enchantment on the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So it technically goes
Vorpal
based
in-
off of whatever.
Vorpal in the Feywild refers to one blade, which is the blade Snicker Snack.
Okay.
If I
So
can,
then yeah, that's up to you, Justin.
if I
Yeah.
can put in one thing real quick. As Miknik goes down, he clutches the tip of the Moondragon's horn.
Interesting. Okay. I need to do something. And Moxie, strength, please.
That is a +2.
Does not hit.
That is the problem, is that really it should be Morgul or Kai up here swinging this damn thing, not me. I technically don't have a strength modifier.
That is
But
not
I
good.
have Jack of all trades, which applies half my initiative, or not half my initiative, half my proficiency bonus. So
I love it in 5e.
Yeah,
You
I
all
like
see
it.
Moxie as she, with all of her might and a scream as she's coming down, she tries to aim right for the nape of the neck of the Jabberwock. As she comes crashing down onto the ground because the Jabberwock looks up and flicks her with one of its fingers as she comes toppling back down to the ground.
Oh, this won't fucking stand.
Kai.
I still have an action, don't I?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Turn.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I'm curious what's gonna happen if I hit it with necrotic damage. So she stalks over, all angry, looks very much just like an angry teenager, casts Inflict Wounds on the closest bit of it that she can find that's keeping it standing.
Where's the sword? Where did you land?
I'm holding it.
Right. So 2 questions there. 1 answer. Where are you?
On the ground next to
I
the
would
creature.
guess at its feet.
There.
Yep.
Who?
Actually, no, using a spell wouldn't be what she'd try to do. Okay, that's even lower. No way am I hitting with that. It's not a crit fail, but it's lower than what I rolled last time.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna hit. So it was a 12 on dice. It misses.
You all see Moxie try and summon this green and black energy from her hands as her arm falls to the ground as she picks it back up in pain from where she was thrown to the ground. Kai, it is your go.
Okay. I am going to move to Moxie and take the sword.
Toothpick in style.
It's a toothpick in your hand.
Oh, good. So I can still use my fist attack.
I mean,
Fist attack, go Snicker Snack. Fist attack with Snicker Snack. Matter of fact.
you might
Wow,
be
the
able
rhymes
to
don't
use it
stop.
to check out the Snicker Snack.
Okay. To hit. Luckily, I'm not using that die. I'm using that. No, not the one here. I'm not using this die. This die, bad die. Not using that die. I was using this one over here. Have been this whole time. That was a 10. Plus 9 to hit. So that's 19 plus whatever the Snicker Snack has.
Hits.
Hits! Yes!
All right.
Okay.
So you're gonna need the kind of damage my sword does, which is at minimum a D10.
Okay. Well,
Unless that changes anything because Kai's the one swinging it and it deals extra damage.
His strength modifier plus the damage.
Well, I know my
So-
hit is 3d10. 1, 2, 3 plus 6. So that's
And then
17.
the blade itself does a 10.
Okay. Hang on.
22.
So I need to do one more d10?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm not counting that one. Roll that before we got to this. So one more. Blip. There we go. Okay, so 10, 15, 19, 26. Plus 6, 32.
You all see Kai as he takes the sword in between his knuckles like a tiny little toothpick. As you see him grab a hold of the Jabberwock's neck as he starts going to town on it. And with the first slam, you all see the sword shatter into pieces.
Oh boy.
Escusi? Bravo.
Well.
And as you see the pieces reform, it's a piece of paper that starts drifting down to the ground.
Let me guess. It has the letters IOU on it.
Nope.
Does it say then if I can get over to it?
As Moxie gets over to it and reads it, it says, "How dare you try and take this? Luckily, I had backups."
Apparently we
Someone's
stole...
a dick.
No, that was Tasha. The magic apples we handed her.
Yeah, she's a dick.
Fuck's sake.
Or, sorry,
She
I
doesn't
guess
know
a
what's
bitch.
going on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Moxie's next turn. She's gonna be
Over the table, that was a fake sword.
Oh.
That was not the real Vorpal sword. That was not Snickersnack.
no.
Would it be possible to still pummel this thing to death if enough damage were dealt in one turn?
No, but you can keep wailing on it if you'd like.
We could probably knock it unconscious. Like, really, that's the best we can hope for. Because, like, it's very specific about its kill condition, unfortunately.
Because I just did freaking, what was it, 36?
Mm-hmm.
With one fist attack. Ape get 2 fist attack per turn. I can use key to do 2 more attacks.
You can just
I can literally
the
drop-
fuck out of this thing.
I can drop 9 key points on this and hit him like 18 times.
If
Behold
that
the
is what you
might.
wish to do, you are more than welcome.
If there was any hope of it actually going down from a massive amount of damage in one turn, I would do that. But you
Behold.
It
specifically
will
said
not die,
It won't die, but you can
It
knock it
can.
unconscious.
be unconscious, but it
Yes.
won't die.
So
We
go
can't
for
kill
it.
it, but we can go
Don't
in.
use all of
Not-
your ki, but use the vast majority of it.
Well, I still have a second fist attack for this turn, so rolling.
Go full JoJo monkey on it. Come on.
All right, so that's 13 plus 9 to hit, 22. Hit?
That hits.
That hits.
Yep.
Okay, I mean over 20 would hit,
Just
wouldn't
so
it?
that everybody knows, anything above a 19 hits.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, this thing's big, so...
So 3d10, 1, 2, 3, 12, 20, plus 6, so it's 26.
Its normal to hit is much less if it's not in its lair.
Okay.
Yeah, that is important.
So that's his 2 normal fist attacks for his first move. Now, second move. To hit, I got... Well, I'm still using that same dice, and that's a 6. So that one misses, but the second fist attack for that move is a crit fail. Damn.
Mm.
That's not good.
So does it stop here?
It's up to you.
Oh, I mean,
You
I'm
can still
just
spend. Yeah, there's just nothing stopping you.
okay. I mean, I'll push first. That's 1 key point down. 15 to hit, so that's a hit. I'm not looking at gifts right now.
Oh,
8,
I'm just
13. 13 plus 7 is
20.
wow, brain. Why did you fuck that one up? That's so easy. So that one's 20. Second fist attack for that boost that's exactly 20 to hit. So lucky there. 9 plus 6, 15 plus 6, 21.
Yep.
And that's 1 key point down. Another one. We got exactly 19 to hit. Which means it doesn't hit, right?
It does hit.
Oh, it does
19
hit.
is the AC.
Yeah.
So matching the AC is a hit?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I misunderstood that. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 1, 13. Oh, plus 6. Have I been adding the plus 6 to all those other ones?
no.
Well, I mean, either way.
Either
Yeah.
way.
You just gotta...
Well, plus 6 here would be 27. I think I forgot on the last one, so we can just add 6 for that. So 33?
33.
Okay.
That's a lot of
Um,
damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
And I think I still have another hit on this key point.
I think.
So rolling. And that is a fail.
With everything added.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled a 6 plus 9 to hit is only 15.
Don't you add another something to it normally?
Well, he does, but...
Yeah.
What would I add to it?
I'm thinking of
Oh,
something.
do we have inspiration from Miknik going on?
No, it's...
No.
Or
It
whatever that
doesn't
was?
add to your... Yeah, it doesn't add to the attack rolls.
No, it's 3 saving throws.
Yeah.
And the
Huh.
only person capable of giving inspiration is currently the person who has no way of giving it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to go one more key point. And that hits with, 10, 14, 26 total. And second attack for that key point is another crit fail.
Damn,
Oh.
man.
So let's go one more.
How many key points does he have to go through?
I had 9.
He has 9 total.
I'm down
Alright.
4. All right, so that one did not hit. This one does hit. We've got 10, 18.
Go to sleep, go to sleep,
Well,
go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
wait. Hold up. How much?
22 plus 6 is 28.
Wait, for the total?
Yeah, this time.
Okay.
Why?
I was just making sure, because you said 10, 18, and I was like...
Yeah, I
wait,
was-
what?
I was
Okay,
counting.
Okay, gotcha.
Was counting.
You're good. Me not
Alright.
paying attention. So.
And we'll go one more key point. That is not a hit. And that one is a hit. That was
Oh.
almost. That was. Does that count as a crit? No, it has to be a 20,
No.
doesn't it?
Has to be
Unless you have
20.
keening, which your hands I don't think have that yet.
No.
You can technically get that later.
Okay, so 10, 17. Whoa! 27 plus 6, 33.
Ugh.
Is it unconscious yet?
Are we close? Because I can do more.
Monks say action surge. That's cute.
It's closer, yes.
Oh, sir.
What
Alright.
you have to
Question
keep
is-
remembering is that every time it gets hit,
It gets
it
another
regenerates,
action.
and it gets to regenerate. So
It
Well-
has the ability to do it as kind of a reactionary thing. Jabberwocks are bullshit.
I'm going to go one more time, just for funsies. And I wish I were
fucked.
using that other die
I
because
wish
it rolled
you
a
were
20.
too.
But I got a 14,
So that's
which
like
plus
what,
9 would hit.
23, yeah.
this
Yep.
is why Celestia said to run.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, understandably.
I'm
but where's
kind
the
of just
cupboard?
trying to stop the thing.
From
I
chasing
don't know
us.
what to do. Okay. Honest truth, I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I stop punching.
I
You
mean,
should be.
Yeah.
You
you
should
all
be very
hear
afraid.
So,
What you all are seeing right now is like a mongoose with a snake. You see Kai holding this Jabberwock's neck down to the ground, and as it is trying to snap at him, he just keeps bonking it, and
Ricky
as
Tikki Tavi,
its
anyone?
head is, yeah, it's Ricky
Kai
Tikki
Tikki
Tavi.
Tavi.
You see its neck flopping down with every punch into the ground. Bonk, bonk.
Brutalizing
It
this thing.
So
keeps
this one
trying
was-
to come back up.
So this one was 32
Damn, son.
damage, and the second one did not hit.
Mhm.
I got 3 key points left. Should I give up the ghost?
Your call.
Your call, man. I can't
I mean,
say
I'd
anything.
say keep those.
Yeah. You never know. You might need them.
I have to. Okay.
Hang on. You see something.
Wait a minute.
When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn, I can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. So every single one of those fist attacks should have an unarmed strike bonus action.
Nope. You get one bonus action.
No, you get
just
the
once?
one bonus. Yeah. Elsewise, this would get bullshit real
this
fast.
real
Oh, it's
bullshit.
I did
still
have-
very bullshit. I think.
I did have 2 attack actions this turn.
He
so
has
I
to
could get
spend
2.
resources for it, so it's not entirely bullshit.
I mean,
Oh yes, but still.
based
it's
on
like-
what I'm reading, it sounds like I get 2 for the original attack actions I took.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So we'll just do
So
that.
you get 2 more to try to roll real quick.
Well, that one failed,
Mm,
and that one failed.
yeah. Well, hey, you tried. No,
Okay.
I joke and say that monks think that fighters are cute with their bonus actions, but that they get that with no like repercussion or resource spending. So you know.
Now, that said, I hope I shook the thing, and we need to get out of here.
You all see as Kai looks at the Jabberwock after every punch, and after its last punch, you see blood just come up with every fist. As the Jabberwock's skin on its face, you can see part of the bone as its skin starts to fold back over itself, and its eye that was popped and dented with one of the punches, you see the eye like reform as it
You hear the very pained groan in the back of your mind. Run, you idiots.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Before we call this ended, I have the open hand technique. Whenever I hit with my flurry of blows, which was every single hit that I did, I can impose an effect on it. Fall prone if it fails dex, get pushed if it fails strength, or can't take action until the end of my next turn. I want to stun that bitch. And I hit it a lot of times.
So it needs to make what type of saving throw for each
Con.
of those hits? Con
Con.
for each hit.
Strength for... Strength, strength 15.
If you're trying to keep it inactive, then yeah, strength 15. So
Yeah, I
how many
wanna
of those
stun it.
actually hit? That's the question. How many of those actually hit?
Mhm.
Do you remember?
Out of all those attacks, it was... How many
gonna
points
say
did I
s-
use?
Because I think you hit like
I was
think you
down to
used
3, so
five.
there
5
was...
times. I think that's right. I think you hit 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
I did 5 of the key point strikes. I actually
but I
hit
think
the
you
thing about
Hit
half
like
the time.
Half of that, which would
Yeah.
meant that you hit 5 times.
Well,
So
also there were my
checks.
first 2 attacks, so and I know those 2 hit both times, so that's 4,
So
and then half of the others. That's 9 total hits.
okay, so that's
And I would
9
say-
saving throws.
I would say 4 of those I'm wanting to knock it prone, and 5 of those I'm wanting to stun it.
So 4 of
It
those
has
are
advantage.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's legendary resistance probably, if I'm remembering right.
That's why I'm
Yep.
stacking.
Well, I mean, hey,
I'm stacking for stun.
it's a good idea.
So I roll 8
9.
times?
9.
9?
4 of them are dex for stun, 5 are strength for.
Which really means you roll a total of 18 times, just because of the legend. Because essentially he
the
has
advantage.
advantage on each
Yep.
of the
Yeah.
rolls.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
That doesn't sound good.
I only needed
Well-
to fail once.
I mean, it's actually not an unreasonable ask, depending.
Yeah.
It's not. We'll see what happens, and I'll tell you all because I'm keeping track.
And in my head, I'm thinking, I know I hit more than 5 of those, but this is a good number. Because
Okay.
we review the footage.
Yeah, I mean, really, in the end, we may have to errata, but whatever.
Whatever.
It's okay.
So, out of the rolls, Kai rears back his fist as he, with one hand pulling him forward, you see a palm strike to the mid face of the Jabberwock as you see it lunge its neck backwards as you hear it snap, and it comes back and it as it falls to the ground. As it's trying to gain its footing, the children scream out to you all, "We have limited time. What do we wish to do?"
Run.
I
Does anything
scream in my
happen
mind at the
when
same
I-
time I bellow as an ape, "Run!"
Does anything happen from... Did anything happen from when I squeezed the horn tip?
Yes. But we did not get to it.
Okay.
But something did happen.
Okay.
And
We'll
we
get
will
there.
see that probably momentarily. It depends on your all's next action.
I had to have my Monkai moment. Monkape? Monkape.
Monkai. I like Monkai.
I like Monkape, because I'm an ape who's a monk. Monkape.
But it's a triple pun if it's Monkai, because you're
Yeah.
a quote-unquote monkey that is also a monk that is also
Plus,
Kai.
also the compulsory... No capes!
So,
God damn it.
what are we doing?
Running
Well, I
like
mean,
fools.
whose turn technically does it fall into after that on the initiative?
Micnic.
If I have any movement left, I'm starting to flee.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because if it's Micnic's turn, then whatever the action is from that happens. More likely than not, unless it takes more than one turn.
Because the Jabberwock is the way that it is right now with the rolls, whatever you choose to do next, I'll allow.
Then Morgul has a very important question. What color are this thing's eyes?
Its eyes right now?
Yep.
Right now, they're white.
Okay. Then,
I
yeah, he'll
want
snap to his senses and
to
retreat.
get me and my party to safety. Me, my party, and the dragons. I wish I had a
What do we do?
teleportation spell. I don't have that.
Vamonos.
Running is the main thing.
Micnic,
Yeah.
roll a d20 for me.
$17.
The necklace that you grasped onto, you see it disintegrate.
What now?
And as it does, and it falls onto the ground, and the twine that was holding it on, you see the twine start to grow longer and grow longer as it hardens, and you see the dust start to rise up and go to one side as it forms a crescent moon onto a staff. You now have a staff that has a crescent moon on the top of it that is the same material that the moon dragon's horn was made of.
Well, that's
Okay.
lovely.
Yeah.
What does that help us?
Not very much at the moment, but let's keep running.
Does anything else happen? Am I imbued with knowledge on what to do?
Nope, you're just really filled
Have-
with the energy to run.
Just have a
Then that's
magic
what I'm
fucking
doing.
staff.
If I'm feeling compelled to run, let's go, everyone. Let's run.
I mean, I
You
basically I did shout that out in every way possible,
Yeah.
so everyone knows my intent.
You all, as you're starting to run, you hear. As you hear the snapping of bones, as you're looking behind you, sprinting in through the forest, everyone is jumping and dodging branches and jumping over bushes as you see wildlife in front of you
Lana,
that
come
is
on.
running
Go
out
that
of
way.
every direction to try and avoid you all. You see, as Leon looks behind over his shoulder, he sees the visage of the Jabberwock in the moonlight, its shadow start to curl as it gets back onto the ground, and its eyes turn a deep purple.
I don't like that.
Moxie will cast. How many people does this? Is this just self? Yeah. Shit.
Any FNAF fans
Well-
out there? It's the jab behind the slaughter.
Moxie makes herself invisible with greater invisibility.
You see it snapping down trees.
Are y'all trying to hide?
as It
Because
is
we are.
solely focused on you all. You see what look like yellow
Do it,
rings
Morgall.
starting to go around the purple as it. Everyone roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Dexterity.
Please be high.
That
Oh,
was a
thank
nat
Jesus.
20.
I got a
23
19 on one and a nat 20 on the other.
On die 19 with modifier 21.
17
Apparently,
altogether
we are
for
fucking
me.
on it.
17 plus 6, 23.
I'm at 21.
Yeah, I tried to wake you up.
Make Nick go doink, doink, doink.
I'm really hoping that Leon
I
has
mean,
enough strength to go and keep
I
up
move
with...
faster than the thing, and I can carry a lot right now. So theoretically, I just like have everyone hanging on my back, and I'm hightailing it out of there.
I mean, yeah, I'd be the first one on your back for that.
I mean, hopefully the dragons are on board, because that's what I was picturing, was everyone grabbing a dragon and hightailing it.
Yes.
What did everybody roll?
23.
Nat 20.
21.
I was lowest at 17, I believe.
You
Yep.
I'm at
see
21.
these laser beams come from its eyes as it starts mowing down trees, and everybody jumps and dodges and rolls out of the way as this laser beam narrowly misses you all.
Kitty.
Yeah, I'm gonna gather everyone who can fit on my back and move at 40 feet per round.
And I'm
That
immediately going to
means dash
cast.
as well.
And I'm immediately going to cast Pass Without Trace on every ally of me within 30 feet.
Okay. As you all are covered in darkness, you see the Jabberwock start coming up closer to you all as it slows down for a moment. And you all see a small flitter of bats come close to you.
Moxie.
Nice to see you.
As the bats turn into a bigger swarm of bats and cloak you all.
Keep going.
and the bats dissipate, and you all are in front of Naphion.
Woo.
Oh, am I glad to see you.
Lord, oh, that was terrifying.
Ugh,
Oh
Right.
boy.
you
Hello.
are
Said
a
every-
saint and a scholar, sir.
Points for
I set
dramatic
everyone down.
timing. I kneel and say points for dramatic timing.
Oh my god. Why does
I
that
set
exist?
everyone down and just lay out gasping.
Why does an abomination like that
Can you
exist?
unmonkey our monk, please?
Yes, it's transformed back to Kai.
Everyone
Are you
say hi to
refreshed?
Sarah. She just woke up.
Hey,
Hey,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Fully
Feel
better.
refreshed, I also kneel.
Now, please, tell me why that you all are being hunted by the Jabberwocky.
Did the dragon fledglings come with us, if I may ask?
Yes,
Yes.
They are staring
No way I left them behind.
around.
Morgul just
This is the-
gestures at the baby.
I mean, my lord, this is the third time it's hunted us.
I wish we knew.
We don't know why.
I have a inkling as to why. That it might be hunting you.
Then why did you ask us?
I wanted to see how much you all have been paying attention.
Actually, it's
realize-
probably because of our heritage.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And that are the witches.
Or the witches. Could be
I
their
mean,
pet.
It could really be either or. It's a toss-up.
There's
Very
only one
Irish
person
dragon.
that had a Jabberwocky. And it used to
Oh.
be their pet.
Asha?
I have no idea who that is.
Then that's a no.
Then who?
Zybilna.
Well, that checks out.
Fuck.
she has a
The-
purple worm and a freaking Jabberwocky.
Over
Just great.
table. Wrong person, bud. You're
No,
thinking
you're-
of Lorna.
Lorna has the purple
I
one.
have no idea why I thought they were
You're
the
good.
same person. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're part of the same coven, so you're good.
Zybilna kept the Jabberwocky as her pet. And in her stead, it was a very nice creature to be around.
Then why
most
the
of the
hell is it
time.
hunting us?
I
Because
think that's
Zybilna is gone. And obviously someone else has control over the Jabberwocky.
Fuck.
And for some reason is targeting you all. So,
That would be the coven.
I can only assume a few people that it might be.
And they all want us dead.
Shit.
As to which one of them has full control over it, I cannot say.
I had to guess. I'd say out of the Moonchild, the bright one. Hang on, guys. Over table here. Something is itching at my head. Why am I thinking... Someone said Tasha earlier, and I linked it to Igwilv, and I don't know why.
I don't
Because
know.
we may suspect she's part of the coven, technically
Mhm.
speaking, by sisterhood.
Like, I don't know why. I'm thinking they're the same person, and I don't know why. Is there
Well,
any evidence for that?
Not
Suspicion,
that I know of.
but not evidence.
You all were theory crafting this while you were in Tasha's cave.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
during the
thought she might
hiatus.
be. We thought she might be a daughter of Baba Yaga, but we weren't entirely sure.
You were also concerned she might be my mother, and that terrifies me even more.
Which
I
was
don't know.
kind of the thing I joked about, but
The reason I'm asking is because I feel very certain about this, and that normally doesn't happen for something unless I have evidence, and I don't know if I have any evidence for this. Why do I
I don't think we have any concrete evidence.
we
we don't
feel
have
like
a
it's
smoking
unknown?
gun.
I think the only thing that's suspicious about it is that she referred to sisters, and the only sisterhood we've really been talking about has been the daughters of Baba Yaga.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Not to mention, she also said she smelled something familiar in the room when we were.
And she
Wait a
didn't
minute.
specify who. That's the
We've
thing.
actually seen Brightshaw and Moongrave, haven't we?
Not in person.
Not
Right,
that
but
I remember.
Bavrona, you saw her take form of lightning in front of you.
Yeah.
And you saw her very slightly atop the purple worm.
Mm-hmm.
However, you have not seen Indolin yet. You heard maybe something from her, but you've not seen her in the flesh yet. Baba Yaga described each of her children
Mm-hmm.
to you all when you were in her cottage.
man, I don't know why I have this link in my mind. It feels very firm, though. I just
To
want
be
to make sure
honest-
that it's out there.
Like, over the table, to be honest, it's not a bad thought on there for that. And honestly speaking, the big connector that may be causing a red flag to go up is, again, the fact she referred to sisters and the fact she referred to something familiar, which we suspected was either Tralia or Moxie, and we're not sure which.
Didn't
Because
Igla
I made
have
the
the
joke.
cauldron? But it wasn't supposed to be her. It was supposed to be Zybilna.
I think the other way around, but I may be
It was
wrong.
supposed to be Ig Wolves, and
But
they wondered why
Zybilna had
Zybilna
it.
had it.
Yeah.
Oh, so many things.
So Zybilna was supposed to have
Oh,
control of the
my lord,
Jabberwock.
it is pertinent.
What if they traded?
It is relevant information for you to have that the Vorpal Blade is owned by this person named Tasha. She keeps it in a hoard.
Which would
Who?
make sense if Tasha had dominion over the Jabberwocky prior to being turned into a fucking beholder.
Now, here's a
That
question.
is incorrect.
Who is
Well,
supposed to
there
have
is
the
my
Snicker
idea.
Snack?
The individual that had Snicker Snack in their custody was Zybilna.
Ah.
Hmm.
That is the last known person to have Snicker Snack, and Snicker Snack would
Does
be...
anybody have the note? Did we take the note with us?
Yeah.
Does he recognize the handwriting?
This looks familiar. Let me check a few things.
Thank you.
You see him
As he's
move
checking.
these plants that are around him, and as the plants curl in, you see letters, a bunch of different letters and writing scrawl across this big plant in front of him. As he sits there pondering at it, he said, "The last known location of Snicker Snack was in the Palace of Heart's Desire, which is Zybilna's palace."
As he's
That
doing
makes
that, I go ahead and cast Mass Healing
That's
Word
an important
on the
location.
party.
You all should write it
Palace of-
down. The Palace
going
of
to
Heart's
equate-
Desire.
I'm going to equate that with Zybilna as the Queen of Hearts who controlled the Jabberwocky.
I mean, that would make sense.
We're in Wonderland.
I mean,
Yes, we're in
that pretty much is
Wonderland.
what
There's-
Feywild is.
There's no reason I shouldn't have made this connection sooner. That's why
Yeah.
Everyone-
Feywild is essentially Underland.
Yeah.
Everyone heals 9, by the way.
I mean, I'm good because of Stone's endurance. I literally took no damage.
I didn't. I don't know how much damage I took. I wasn't told.
I was an
lucked
ape the whole
fuck
time,
out.
so I'm good.
Hmm.
I think we had enough of a distraction that other than Miknik, we're fine.
Fantastic. The healer took all the damage. That's great.
I mean, Leon
That's
took
not
some
good.
damage too, but not great.
Moxie's pride is absolutely in tatters, but that's about it.
All I have to say is ura ura ura.
Morgul is still quietly humming to himself when not talking.
This handwriting
Wounds on myself.
looks like Zybilna's. But that is impossible.
Clearly not.
Why?
Because she's missing.
Because
Supposedly.
she has not been seen.
Doesn't mean she's dead. Doesn't mean
Does-
she's gone. Could mean
does
she's on another
she-
plane.
The queen of the entire realm of Prismia would not just
Willingly.
Disappear.
willingly be gone.
Willingly.
So, what did Zybilna look like? I don't think we've ever been told what she looks like. We wouldn't know her if we met her.
I told you all. Here, I'll send a picture real
Did
quick.
we?
Yeah, I told you all what she looked like.
It's been a while for me on there for that. So.
I didn't
I
remember any
don't
of it.
recall getting an image.
Also, Justin, your camera completely went out.
Well, that's
I know.
because he picked up his.
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I'm getting you an image. I'm going to share it to our channel
In the general.
in the general chat.
Inside the general.
Bloopy doopy.
She
Okay.
looks kind of like
Yeah.
Tasha.
Well, I mean, she might need to if she's related.
Or
I'm
if they're the
very
same person.
suspicious.
They
I
might
don't know
be.
if they are.
We had
It's
speculated that Igwilv was Zybilna, and I had Igwilv linked to Tasha in my mind,
But
and
this
I'm
is
just
not-
confused.
Yeah. I think maybe we're thinking that the wrong person is the wrong other person.
I mean, there's Tasha and there's
Igwilv.
Zybilna.
What if Sigvild is Tasha and Zybilna is just her own person?
That's entirely possible.
I mean, that's my thoughts on it. I think that
Oh my
Tasha is a part of the coven, technically speaking. And I think she might have been slighted by her sisters, but that's again me personally thinking.
There's
Because it
There's
would
a
just
few
be.
different depictions of Zybilna throughout history.
Is it just
Wait a minute.
colors me as a thing that they would do if they got spiteful with a sibling to turn one of them into a fucking beholder?
Wait a minute. That picture you just gave, that's
yes.
Zybilna?
Yes.
Correct.
She has the same tattoo as Tasha.
Again, possible if they're related.
No, look
Or
at
if
that.
they're
It
the
is
same
the
fucking
exact
person.
same tattoo. Oh my god, it's the same hair.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're right on the money on that one then.
I
Well,
very carefully describe what Tasha looks like. She's currently palling around with an imp named Nikrit.
because nobody knows who the fuck Tasha is whenever we mention her name.
I don't know who that is.
Well, she looks
And was
exactly like the
formerly-
person. Yeah.
And was formerly a beholder named Gargadan.
Has half a heart as
heard of
well.
Such a creature lurking in the Feywild.
As a win.
pitchfork tattoo on the cheek.
Is it conveniently when she went missing? Because if so, I think we have a fucking winner.
It was
Morgul's got some serious sass.
a few months ago.
We could probably escort you back to the last known location.
I don't know if I really want to go back there, to be honest with you.
No,
Morgul's been dealing with
elder.
elder gods in his dreams. He has had enough of the Feywild.
I mean- Moxie's getting tired of not finding answers either, and things are starting to look really, really strange. And she'd rather deal with the Feywild than deal with hell.
If you wish to show me anything, do so.
All right.
If not, then I have a great deal to get back to, and I'm glad that I got your letter to save your lives.
Morgul pulls out an apple.
What is that?
Determined, he wants something of Tasha's.
Now, hang on a second. Wait a
Her
minute.
book! Her book!
Those apples are illegal in Prismia.
Ooh,
I can tell you where we got them, but right now we have a point we need to prove. So let's get on
Is
with it.
Forging apples of discord.
ooh.
I mean, now explain what the fuck these are.
What are apples of discord?
That says a lot,
Apples of
actually.
discord are a horrific form of Feywild magics that were formed only for the sole purpose of causing absolute chaos within the multiverse.
That would explain a lot.
Nafion, you can loosen your britches a little bit. I can tell you exactly where it was. It was Fable Reese.
My britches are quite taut, I would have you know.
I mean, we are in the Feywild, so
Moxie,
that does
I
check out.
You
Moxie-
could also...
Moxie, I recognize that this is apparently now your patron saint, but
This is not a patron saint. The man is not a saint.
well, your
Morgul's
patron.
still not rescinding his.
I recognize that you
focus.
consider him your patron, whatever noun you feel like filling in there. I don't think he's as keen on sass as your former.
Former didn't like sass either.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, what can I say? You're probably safer here. Never mind.
But yeah,
Continue.
Morgul does not rescind what he is determined to summon.
Summon
Which
Nico.
is-
You should summon her familiar.
I mean, summoning creatures has not had a good track record here.
What about her book?
I
Yeah.
could try to summon her book.
I mean,
Summon it.
Do
Wait,
it.
I didn't say
Make her
that.
show up here.
Morgul has a tendency to try to summon fucking books with apples. Let's go.
I will
Oh,
have you
it's just your
know
e-reader.
that I will write a serious
Pirate.
letter about this
Pirate.
to Oberon.
Pirate. Do I look like I care at the moment? Because Oberon's a little bit busy.
Using illegal items.
We may have
swear.
found- We may have found Zybilna.
I highly doubt that.
And what will you do if we have?
If you have, then I will give you a swarm of bats. Why not?
Well, I think that you just won yourself a swarm of bats, but we're gonna find out in a second after I use this goddamn apple.
Then please
I smiled too hard and I think I pulled a muscle in my neck.
enlighten me.
You're
Glad
cute when
you
you're
all
angry, by
see-
the way.
You see a look of chagrin come off of Nafion as you see his ears twitch almost as he's irritated and intrigued at the same time.
Yeah, no, this level of sass in character you guys have not seen come off of fucking Morgul.
Well, Morgul,
Meta.
roll a d20, my friend.
Yep. You know, that would have been great in combat.
Was that a nat 20?
20.
Nice.
Beautiful.
You see the apple as it starts to twist and contort as it. You see a giant book
That's my
this
favorite gift now.
thick in Morgul's hands.
Well, call
Even
me the
Morgul can't seem to hold it as it
Well-
starts to weigh you down.
well, call me the fucking librarian.
I'm right here.
So, is this Morgul meets Johnny Depp, or
Well, call me the fucking librarian.
there we go?
Why is in the library?
What was I say?
Why is the room always gone?
Knowledge
Why is the Dewey Decimal System always failing me?
Why do
As
people
you
think they
all
can imitate
see-
Cat Sarah?
Nafion looking at you. Nafion pauses.
Morgul's about to fall over.
So whose book is that?
As
Can you
he's
tell me whose fucking
freezing,
book this is before I
you all
drop
see
it?
that Nafion is frozen in place.
Oh shit.
Um,
Oh, good.
Time stop. Great.
Yeah.
And behind Nafion, you all see the raven hair peer out
Beautiful.
from behind him as she.
That doesn't bode well.
Pasha?
Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Leon, you can draw,
Hello.
right?
Guess who we wanted
Oh,
to see.
again.
Draw.
She tips over Nafion as he falls to the
Yeah.
ground.
I'm drawing.
And you see her with one hand, his throne comes right to her as she sits down in it. As you see Nikrit wrap around her. That's a good baby.
So why are you hiding?
Care to explain why you have my book?
I mean,
Yes.
the why is pretty obvious, really, in the how, but again, why are you hiding?
I'm not
Why, Bilna?
hiding. What?
If you're not hiding, then unfreeze him.
I'm not hiding. Rather, playing my cards at the appropriate moment.
Looks like
So-
Oberon
hiding to me.
misses you.
What?
I said Oberon misses you.
These names that you say. are
Have you gone to see
odd.
your mother yet?
I can see these names you keep saying, but
I
they're not
walk.
forming.
I very cautiously walk up closer to her, and I just kind of look at her.
Mind if I ask why you're in my face?
I'm not in your face, madam. You said something felt familiar. What was that?
She puts her nail on your forehead as she scoots you out of the way.
Not you, apparently.
Nope.
You. As
Talia.
she points to Tralia.
Ding, 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 ding.
Talia.
Why do I know you?
It's easy for
Who's
you
your
to
sister?
recognize. Yeah.
She's very well
Family
your sister.
tends to have that familiar quality.
Surprise.
Eh.
Of course. We're family, aren't we, dear? I don't quite remember these
Clearly.
things. But that would seem to be the most logical course of explanation. She snaps her finger as her book comes back into
Ah.
her arms.
Thank you, that was
Now-
terribly heavy.
I'm aware. She holds it up with one fingernail as she starts spinning it. And as she starts spinning it, you all see what looks like a small cartoon playing out. There are things in my head that I don't remember. And I would greatly like these memories back.
Then let us help fill in the pieces.
If you think that you can do so, what will you give to me?
Give?
Didn't we
I
already
need
say we're gonna
things.
help with your memories?
Margal looks to Tralia.
That seems like something that family does anyway, dear. If you're gonna help me, it's gonna be because of familial ties, right? So,
Well, if I seem
Nah.
confused, it's because you
really
haven't asked
wanting.
for anything. We haven't asked for anything, but you make it seem like an exchange.
I am, because word gets around, and I hear that you're looking for someone.
I'm looking for several someones. But if you mean Zybilna, we could keep that a secret for now.
I still don't know what that name means, but you keep saying it.
And why does it make you angry?
I don't know.
She's the queen of this realm. Palace of Heart's Desire? Something? The Jabberwocky?
Queen, you say?
Supposedly. She's
Interesting.
been missing for a long time.
You can ask
I'll
him.
help you find this person, this queen. And in exchange, I want my memories. And that pretty little thing that was chasing you in the woods.
I believe all of those are connected beyond your imagination.
I believe.
Wait.
Do you keep saying that?
Hold on.
Because your memories...
What?
1 second, McNick.
Your heart.
You're missing half of it.
Have you had any luck finding out who might have the other half?
I've tortured a great many people here in Prismere so far, and no one has come up with that information quite yet.
Somebody must be using that to control the Jabberwocky.
Hmm.
I imagine it must be your other sisters.
The very
The same
sisters
one.
we long to find.
The sisters. Who are they?
Well, there's the
Names.
Moonchild.
No. Names. I need names.
I think it's safe to say them in this space.
Endlin Moongrave, Bevlorna Brightstraw. The middle sister's name always escapes me. Scabatha. Well, the eldest. The eldest was Scabatha.
Gabitha what?
My memory fails me. Someone...
I
Hold
have
up.
I don't think
somewhere.
I ever got
One moment.
her last name.
Yeah, I don't have that written
Nightshade.
down.
Hold on. Was it Scabatha Nightshade? I think it was
Yeah.
Scabatha Nightshade.
Granny Nightshade.
Nightshade.
Yeah. Granny Nightshade, you're right.
Scabatha Nightshade, Bavlorna Brightstraw, and Endlin Moongrave.
Fabulous. We have a starting place. But first, you... What did you say your name was? Tralia?
Oh.
You see
Uh-oh.
Tralia start levitating in the air as she starts coming closer to her. As she grabs a hold of Tralia's head. What's in your head?
That can't be good.
Hang on, I have to roll a couple of things for Tralia.
I
This
really
doesn't
thought
seem-
you were going to say that's where we're stopping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Night.
please,
Yeah.
no.
That was a perfect moment
Mm.
for
No! No! My heart's
It's a
been
perfect
broken enough
cliffhanger.
tonight.
Narratively, it's a good cliffhanger. That's all I'm
Narratively,
saying.
it would've been
Narratively,
great, yeah.
sure, but no. This is getting good.
As Tralia is sitting there, you see this pain start coming over her like you've never seen before as Tasha is looking into her eyes, and you
Leah.
see Tralia grab hold of her necklace.
All right,
As
I
you
think we need to
see-
intervene.
I mean,
As
I was
all
gonna
that-
call for
all
her
that
if
you
not.
hear in the background is, "Let go of my daughter, you bitch."
There we go.
And that is where we are going to leave tonight's session, everybody.
Mama Yaga gonna smack down a bitch.
We need to have another conversation with Oberon when we get out of here.
Yeah. We have to go and see
Well,
about
no swarm of
placement.
bats, but okay.
You'll get one
Oh well.
eventually.
Well,
I
we
think
have
you've
to
heard
work
a
on
swarm
it.
of bats.
everyone for watching yet another night of Gameplays D&D, aka and from
Yes.
here on known as the Crimson Moon Campaign or Chronicles. You let us know in the comments
Figure it
what
out.
you would prefer. We'll
I
weigh
like
on
campaign.
it, figure it out. I kind of like campaign myself.
I like campaign.
But anyways, we will see you all next Friday. Same bat channel, same bat time, 8 p.m. See you then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
And make sure to check out our playlist right here.
Yep.
Everyone
Down
point.
below.
I'm not sure which
Check
side
it
of me it's on, but it's down there
Remember to leave
somewhere.
a like, keep us subscribed, etc.,
Bye.
etc.